Hello everyone, welcome back to Even If Tempest. I am joined once again in person by Evan. And
I like bread.
Evan, we have bread.
It was such a good bread. Oh my god.
I know, right? And
Ugh.
it's made in-house at that place, yeah.
Oh,
I can't say the name of it because
I love it.
we have fresh bread like hot out of the oven when we bought it bread. Anyway, our goal for this last stream is to finish the chapter that we just started this morning because we didn't finish it. So finish.
We had to eat.
Yeah, we had to eat. And then finish the next chapter, which is Carnival. And that's our goal. And then we'll finish up the last chapter at some point.
Is it just 3 chapters?
4.
4?
We're in the second one. Wait. Nope, we're in the first one right now. Never mind. So we're getting for the first 2. We'll do the last 2 at some point.
Your
Evan,
math has been
do you
terrible
want to give
today.
us? I know a little summary, a little.
Well, now. Medium.
I can tell.
Okay, so it was Tyrrell's route.
Yes.
Immediately different
Yeah.
than Krius's, because last time when there was like the sky, like the black sky, Krius was the membrum, but he didn't kill anyone because he didn't have any desires, and so it just passed without incident. And then there was a bunch of stuff. Now someone was killed. It was Prince Lucian, and so then that means that all the sacrificia are revealed, and yeah, there's different membrum. However, Krius is still sacrificia, so he has the mark, and he was apprehended and tortured on the command of the cardinals. One of the cardinals
Who is also a sacrificia.
Is a sacrificia, yes, and current working theory is that they want to pin everything on him, to make him confess, because there was apparently a witness, even though everyone falls asleep. But they want to pin stuff on him because that would close the
Krius storyline with his sister dying due to the church's actions.
Yeah. And they want to also demolish the church where all those actions took place.
Yes. Funny enough, Hugo is also a sacrificia.
Yeah, Hugo's also a sacrificia. Conrad's a sacrificia, and then some orphan guy.
Named Sammy, who's 8. Who Evan believes is the killer.
Yeah.
Alright.
And so we want to investigate. The reason why we were brought down to see Krius, or
to watch Krius be a quote-unquote masochist.
Well, the real reason was, well, first off, the story that Tiro presented was to, because Krius couldn't be tortured, we would torture one of
the people that Krius cares about,
which is us. But in actuality, Tyrrell seems to have brought us there so that we could investigate in Krius's place, because Krius is currently apprehended
and is not given his freedom to.
And in order to, even though sacrificia have the right to normally investigate,
all
the
cardinals.
Yeah, all the cardinals
have signed to keep poor Krius,
away.
A little jail dweller.
So, because of that, we can't investigate things normally.
Yeah.
But we are able to, because we became an inquisitor under
Tyrrell, my
and
boy.
Apparently there are only 8, although I
9.
guess 9 now. Yeah.
9 now. 9 with us.
Yep. And that's about it. So we just investigated the Cardinal first, then Krius. And now we have 2 more investigations to go through, and then afterwards it's the Carnival.
Woohoo! Alright, who do you think we are supposed to investigate next? The people we have left are Sammy and Conrad and Hugo.
Not hero, because like we already have a lot of information regarding the church. Well, we cover the basis of the church with the cardinal. We cover the wings with Crius.
Yes.
So I think the little boy.
Little boy, you are correct. We are going to investigate the one who loved the prince.
Well, we always appreciate your tireless efforts, Master Till. Where is Sammy Tippett? Right here. Come on over, Sammy. Yeah, you want to do?
Yeah, I can do it. The Inquisitors are teasing that poor boy. How awful.
Shouldn't we call over a night?
Allow me to question him, Inquisitor Lister. Hello, Sammy. Could you tell us a bit about Prince Lucian? Are you his friend too? Yes, I suppose. I apparently played with him when I was much younger.
What do you mean, apparently?
I feel like you're a bit deeper.
What do you mean,
There you go.
apparently? Yeah.
It all happened so long ago, I don't really remember much. If you include the time spent before I used Fatal Rewind, it's close to 20 years at this point. And even then, I'd all but forgotten before that point. I put a tight lid on my memories of happiness after my confinement.
Fuck is camera hub?
Remind me better. It's the thing that's connecting this. I played with him too. We played tag or sometimes hide and seek. What games do you like? I like practicing my archery skills. Is that something I'm supposed to bring up with a kid? Is that a game? And what about you, sir?
Torture.
A gust swirls through the area, knocking over a signboard in the process. It doesn't appear to be broken, nor was anyone injured. It all ends with a passerby riding the board. Let's continue where we left off. Sammy? Sammy?
Playing good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, exactly. Sammy's tiny body shakes violently and his complexion pales. Are you okay? Do you feel sick? Was that sound the principal? Is the principal angry? No, that was just the sound of a signboard falling over. Oh, that's good. He smiles with relief. Children cycle through their emotions quite quickly, but this change strikes me as odd. This principal, do you mean of your school? No, of the orphanage. Do you want to do this?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. Sammy! Nope, that sounds too much like my normal voice.
Why are you using your normal voice for anything?
I'm using my normal voice for the main character.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I can do it if you want, if you can't think.
what other voices do I actually know? Sammy.
That doesn't sound like staff.
Sammy, what are you doing? You're on food duty today, aren't you? Yes. Sorry, I gotta go. Sammy, are you okay?
Bit of a hysterical crone, huh?
The principal's done nothing bad. I only made her angry because I broke the rules.
Rules are important after all. You're meant to uphold them.
Rich coming from a guy who sold info to a tabloid. I wanted to be Prince Lucian, but I couldn't do it.
What was that last bit about?
I'm sure he just misspoke. He wanted to be like Prince Lucian.
Normally, yes. That is what you'd assume.
I can't help but see myself in Sammy's emancipated form. It brings back memories of my suffering at my family's hands. I can only hope I'm jumping to baseless conclusions.
Hey, you've been with Sammy Tippett all day. Notice anything?
Well. I couldn't tell you if it was for fear for Inquisitors or my own appearance, but he hasn't spoken to me once.
None of that matters. Have you made him understand the importance of this trial tonight?
I have explained it to him, but I'm unsure as to whether he truly understands. He was quite frightened. Oh, do you think taking off my uniform would help?
That won't do much for that face of yours.
Damn.
Maybe a cute costume would work.
Use whatever methods you must to at least talk to the boy. The adults are bound to turn against him in the trial.
Yes, sir. I'm off to find a cute costume.
That's sweet consideration. You're quite kind, Inquisitor Lister. Not everyone would be so considerate of a child in circumstances like these, even if I was aware that there was a child among the Sacrificia. Even I was aware there was a child among the Sacrificia, but I hadn't truly thought about it.
Our brains are made of different stuff, you see.
Too right.
Why must you be so earnest in your reply, and don't regard me with such esteem in your eyes? It's sickening.
That's a new face.
No. Inquisitor Lister all but runs away. He told me I was sickening. I thought he enjoyed being praised, but I must have gotten it wrong.
Oh, guys, he is tsundere too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow, another item for your checklist.
Anyway. I like what I like in Ultimate Leads. Fuck, I missed a little bit of
Alright,
it.
Conrad next.
Yeah, you are right about that.
Yeah.
Unlist people, y'alls. Also, the last message was, why did Prince Lucian begin visiting this orphanage?
Okay.
Yeah. The castle.
A public servant should not be looking at the royal castle with such malice.
I apologize.
You're of noble blood, yes. Don't start spouting nonsense about how you've a grudge against the royal family.
I won't. I'm just nervous. When else would I ever question a prince of all people?
You're the daughter of the king's sister. The prince is your cousin. What is there to be nervous about?
Yeah, we were about to fucking marry our cousin.
Yeah,
That's
but
pretty
I
rude,
mean,
bro.
I guess step cousin though. It's not like blood.
Yeah, but it's like, people still think that's really weird, I feel like.
Hmm.
And I'm just, personally, I'm just like, if you don't know your step, like, if you didn't grow up with whatever step family member that is, I feel like at that point, they're not really family, they're just related to you via marriage. Evelina is my father's second wife. We've no blood relation.
Now that you mention it, I suppose you don't. Either way, your duty remains the same no matter who you're up against. Let's go.
An inquisitor. Pray stay away from their ilk, otherwise you'll be afflicted by the witch's curse.
By the witch's curse.
Ooh! Oh, how dreadful! A
Inquisitors
cranium.
are hated even within these walls. The very idea that we could infect them with a witch's curse is absurd. Yet Inquisitor Lister doesn't seem the least bothered. Are you here to hold audience with Prince Conrad? In which case you must speak with His Royal
You want to put
Highness's
on your
retainer.
glasses? They're right there. And you're not wearing your headphones.
That's not helping.
What?
That doesn't help.
What do you mean? Like the fact that you're not wearing your headphones? Or
No,
like,
the glasses.
the glasses don't help at this distance?
No, I can see this.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I can see, it's just my brain is not,
Oh, okay.
the neurons aren't firing correctly.
Got it, okay.
Well, you happen to be the Rose Knight. The crimson-clad knight who reigned victor of the war games? Oh my goodness! Were you called here by Prince Conrad yet again? His Royal Highness is in the same venue. I see. Thank you.
What's this Rose Knight nonsense?
I've no clue. This is the first time I've ever been called as such.
Well, it's let us meet with Prince Conrad. You're surprisingly useful.
It's any and every citizen's duty to respond to questioning.
And I'll have them follow orders no matter how desperately they want out of it. All I need to do is threaten them with imprisonment. And there you have the source of everyone's disgust towards inquisitors.
Fluffy handcuffs. I'd say the problem lies more with your phrasing.
Without force, not a single soul would get close to us, let alone cooperate. They're all afraid of others believing them to be a witch. A true inquisitor should inspire fear in the people so that they may resist a witch's seductions.
He neither has his usual cynical tone nor his mocking smile. When I look at his earnest gaze, I feel as though I'm finally getting a glimpse into his heart.
I feel like a theme or like a theme song for this route.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a baton in your
Pocket, are you just happy to see me? She put the short in shorty, and he looks like he wants to chase me.
Ow! Cop cuties, cute and on duty, navy blue booties. Go ahead and lock me up, arrest me, but make it sexy. Arrest.
Sell me some meth, please, so I can get arrested by this daddy of a cop.
With his daddy cop walk, and his daddy cop butt, and his daddy cop butt. Ow! Yeah, so yeah, guess who's the daddy cop?
Yeah.
The reason you said fuzzy handcuffs, and that made me think
Look! You gotta admit he probably would.
Mm-hmm.
An inquisitor should inspire fear. He truly believes that.
Moving on. Moving on. Yeah.
You know. Yeah. A great number of nobles are gathered in the ballroom. The easy laughter and graceful dances are no different than what you would find at any ordinary party. Can they seriously enjoy themselves now, when their prince has just died?
Yeah.
Oh, an inquisitor, why is he here?
Prince Conrad, we have come to inquire about the recent incident. Would you have the time to speak with us? Prince Conrad!
You're crazy. You're raising quite the ruckus.
Don't let it show on your face. The moment you let even a drop of bloodlust, it is over. Keep it together. Keep it together.
I do apologize for interrupting the pleasantries. Would you cooperate with our investigation?
I suppose I have no choice. Everyone, please continue. You needn't worry about me. I considered arranging for another room, but the attendees would be worried should I disappear from their sights. Though hectic, I prefer to talk here.
So long as we can ask our questions, the location doesn't matter. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, sir. I am Inquisitor Tyrrell I. Lister.
Oh, so you're the loyal and talented Inquisitor I've heard of. You're younger than I thought you'd be. And who might this beautiful woman be?
Goose flesh covers my skin as my whole body shivers. Conrad stares at me strangely, and Inquisitor Lister glares reproachfully. Every word he utters is nothing but lies, so to hear praise from him is nothing but revolting. I'm Evelyn Zell.
Oh, I knew it! Oh, I wanted to meet you as soon as I could. You were at the party last night as well, correct?
I was. Despite your gracious invite, however, illness saw fit to force me home early.
Ah, what a shame. Either way, congratulations on your win at the War Games. The first woman victor of the games turned out to be my very own cousin. Ah, your victory makes me as happy as if it were my own.
Once again. You flatter me. I'm here today as an inquisitor.
Oh, I was under the impression you were a knight in the wings of Garuda.
She is with us for only a time. We've borrowed a few recruits from the wings to supplement our paltry numbers.
I see. Though there have been fewer witching incidents lately, it was a mistake to downsize the Inquisitorial Order in response.
Judgments such as those I leave in the hands of those above my pay grade. It is more important that we focus on safely seeing this trial to a conclusion.
Ah, yes. About that, Inquisitor. Must I participate in the trial? With Lucian's death, only I remain to inherit the throne. Though I have a younger brother, he is not fit for the task. Should something happen to me, the country's future will fall to the shadows. I cannot put my life in danger for the sake of a witch's gain. Surely you understand.
This son of a motherfucking bitch! What a purely selfish reason. He feels nothing at the prospect of bringing his brother's killer to justice, and sees little reason in trying to prove his own innocence.
Surely you don't suspect me of the crime. I'm the scion of the goddess Norna. I would not fall into her enemy's hands so easily.
Need I remind you, yet another scion was murdered? Night belongs to the witch. The light of the goddess may not break through the darkness.
That is where you're wrong. I recognize how harsh this sounds, but his mother was a commoner. Mine and Parker's mothers were a branch line to the royal family, but his wasn't. Need I say more?
Inbred idiots! I am disgusted that I believed in and trusted this man for even a moment. If your blood could truly offer protection, why do you object to this trial? You're only trying to weasel your way out of this with a flimsy excuse. This is the kind of person Conrad really is. He mercilessly exerts his influence over others with gentle smiles.
I understand your reluctance to participate, but I regret to inform you that, as a witch is at the helm, things may not go as you wish.
I have no choice, in other words.
If previous carnivals are any indication, then yes.
Has a member of the royal family been chosen as a sacrificium before?
That, I do not know. These incidents are always so sudden that there's barely enough time to properly record the goings-on.
I see.
Why are you so against appearing in the trial? With the light of the goddess protecting you, what have you to fear?
You do make a good point.
That was too easy. What happened to the reluctance?
Is there anything else you want to ask him?
There are many things that bother me, but after some thought, I decide to ask the one that tops them all. Could you tell me how you spent your time, from last night until now?
Oh, from 9 last night to 7 this morning, when I received news of Lucian's death, I was at my party here. After that, I met with Father and various officials to discuss what we do from here. The meeting was cancelled midway due to Father's failing health. I didn't want to simply wait until the trial, so I decided to host yet another party. Oh, you think me callous for hosting a party on the heels of my own brother's death? I understand how you feel. I truly do, honestly. I want to mourn his passing. So many believed us to be at odds, but the truth couldn't be more different. I loved him dearly, and I could tell he was fond of me in return. Please believe me, we were terribly close. But I am a prince as well. It is my duty to guide the anxious people of this kingdom to more tranquil waters. There are those who believe being in the presence of our goddess's descendants provides safety. It is obvious that I should work for my subjects as a member of the royal family.
Conrad looks at us with such an earnest gaze. Those passionate eyes grip at the hearts of all that listen. That is what makes him so terrifying.
Did you hold last night's parties for the same reasons?
I did. Despite the sudden announcement, roughly 50 of the most devout nobles made their appearance.
And you never slept? Not once. And how are the nobles in attendance? Did any of them suddenly fall into slumber?
Suddenly fall into slumber? Yes. The Inquisitor that came this morning did mention something of the sort. The witch casts sleep on the people when the member commits this crime. Yet, not a single person slept. If you don't believe me, feel free to talk to anyone here. Would someone come join us?
You called, sir?
Oh, fuck
Orla.
you! Oh, fuck her so much. I hate
know,
her.
right?
Anyway. Oh, you've come at a wonderful time. Oh, your older sister is here, Orla.
Huh? My sister? Oh my goodness, it's been so long. We haven't seen each other in nearly 8 years. I barely recognized you.
It's been that long?
I left the Linzel home determined to make a name for myself as a knight. But I heard that you left home to devote yourself to the church. Could you imagine mine and father's surprise when we heard you were in the wings of Garuda?
And today she's here as an Inquisitor. Oh, they want to ask about our party last night. Will you indulge them?
As an Inquisitor? Oh my. She eyes us with such clear disdain that I worry for Inquisitor Lister. But he remains as expressionless as ever. I heard last night's party continued until sunrise. Did you notice anything suspicious? Not at all. Prince Conrad kept us all safe from the dangers of the night. It was quite the enjoyable party. It's just a shame that Prince Lucien couldn't have joined us. I'd nearly forgotten about how smitten she was for Prince Lucien. Prince Lucien would never appear at a party hosted by the opposition. I see Orla as is as uninformed about political struggles as ever.
Our Inquisitors were here wondering if any of the guests fell asleep. Did you notice anything of the sort? Oh, surely you didn't fall asleep. Only children could fail to enjoy the evening, and I don't recall inviting any.
Of course I remained awake. I would never do something so discourteous. We asked other nobles in attendance as well, but they all gave us the same answer.
Do you understand now? No witch used their magic here. Oh, but I suppose it's worth considering this hall as under her protection. Either way, the results remain unchanged. I see you still distrust me. What to do? Oh, I know. We had a member of the clergy here last night as well. His name was Caleb Farnan.
The witness.
Oh, surely you'll believe the word of a holy man. And he's apparently a witness for this case, from what I've heard. Is there anything else you need? I'd like to get back to my guests.
I doubt he's been genuine with us. All his answers sound like he's reading off a card. We won't be able to reveal his true nature by simply repeating our questions. Is there anything I can do to retaliate against him? Did you ostracize Prince Lucien? Are you happy he's dead? Is the king truly suspicious of you? I can't ask any of that. He likely has answers prepared for any questions involving this incident. I need to ask something he'll never otherwise expect. Prince Lucien would often visit the orphanage in the southern quarter. Did you happen to know why that was? Conrad's plastic smile finally slips off his face. He glares at me coldly.
To earn points, I'd assume? If your remaining questions are similarly bland, then I say we call this to a close. Do excuse me.
Well, that was suspicious.
Yeah.
Why did you ask him about the orphanage?
It just came to mind. I've been curious about Prince Lucian's frequent visits since I noticed it in the records. I assumed it was part of the royal family's philanthropic duties, but Prince Conrad's reaction tells me otherwise. This was Prince Lucian's act alone. What did you think of his reaction?
That we finally got a look at his genuine disposition right at the very end.
I felt the same. Why did his smile falter at the mention of the orphanage? I am curious about it, but the remainder is enveloped in fog. None of his words had any depth. It was all surface-level decoration.
This is the first I've ever met a woman unaddled by his appearance.
Do you believe Prince Conrad to be the Membrum?
Do you?
I can't say anything given we haven't talked with everyone yet. At the moment, however, I do find him to be the most suspicious. He's the only sacrificio with a prominent motive. Holding a party goes against common sense, and it's odd that he's so against appearing in court.
Is it so odd? I don't think so. Not only do we have no idea what could happen, but death awaits those who screw up one too many times.
But he's our crown prince. Someone that should be providing a model for our citizens shouldn't act to instead incite their fears.
His argument is a fairly rational one. As a scion of the goddess, he is protected from a witch's curse. Therefore, there is no need for him to be at the trial.
You truly believe in such an unverifiable claim?
The Inquisitorial Order is under the Church's jurisdiction. Who am I to doubt the goddess's divine powers?
And what does Tyrrell I. Lister believe?
Prince Conrad is innocent.
Huh?
Cass may have a witness account against him, but it is Prince Conrad that is in the most dangerous situation. Even snot-nosed kids know the stories of how at odds Princes Conrad and Lucian were. He knows that he'd be the number one suspect if Prince Lucian were to die. Membra are those whose hearts have been destroyed by a witch. Though Membra have before completely lost their reason, had that happened to him, he would have wished for something else.
Ah, fuck. Inquisitor Lister speaks as if he deeply understands Conrad. When I look up at him with raised eyebrows, he harumphs down at me.
What's the point of questioning someone if you can't intuit this much out of their answers?
As talented as ever, I was entirely unable to get a read on him.
His Royal Highness desires the throne, and Prince Lucian was his rival. But is he closer now that Prince Lucian has passed? Not at all. Those nobles that had supported Prince Lucian believe Prince Conrad to be the culprit, or rather, they hope it was him. Should Prince Conrad come out of this unscathed and claim the throne, those nobles would have to reckon with their loss. They're certainly planning to sabotage him. That ridiculous party was held to strengthen his base. He wants to inspire a sense of solidarity among them. And there were those in Prince Lucian's faction there as well. Did Prince Conrad reach out to them, or did those nobles approach the prince of their own accord? Well, it was probably both. That article was probably the final blow. Had that not been published, Prince Conrad would be panicking far less.
I'm completely taken aback. We saw and heard the exact same thing. Yet Inquisitor Lister's ability to extract information from our surroundings far surpasses mine. He really is as incredible as they say, albeit a bit of a dick.
Brill?
Wait, what? Present. You called, sir?
Leave the hall to the royal guard and follow Prince Conrad. Should His Royal Highness show any signs of leaving the premises, have someone else contact me at once.
Yes, sir.
Why must he be supervised?
All in preparation for the worst case scenario.
The worst case scenario?
We have a witness telling us that Creus came out of the greenhouse Prince Lucian was later found dead in at 3 in the morning. How would you discredit this claim?
Sleeping magic. Duh.
The witch puts people to sleep when the member commits his crime, making it odd for the witness to be awake at the time. I'd aim for this contradiction.
Exactly. Our best bet is to bring up the case from 50 years ago in example. That being said, the Cardinal has argued we can't know for sure if the same tactics are being used this time. How do you argue against his claim?
I had planned to remain awake throughout the night, but at some point fell asleep.
As did I. But I can already see the Cardinal's response. Didn't exhaustion simply catch up to you?
But that's just another possibility. Sure, we may not be able to prove the witch used his magic, but we don't have any proof it wasn't used either. Oh. He'll use Prince Conrad's testimony.
Prince Conrad hosted a party the night of the crime and claims not a one of the attendees fell asleep. Let's say, hypothetically, the Cardinal wants to pin this crime on Cass for some reason. To do that, he prepares a false witness. Then there's Prince Conrad, whose motive puts him in dangerous waters. The nobles that supported Prince Lucian have distanced themselves from him, putting him at a disadvantage in a people's court. Now let's say they join forces. The Cardinal can advocate for the witnesses, while Prince Conrad gives the final push of legitimacy it needs. If that goes as planned, Cass is dying tonight. And that is why I've assigned a lookout to Prince Conrad. I only hope we're not too late. Considering the Cardinal was in the cellars until recently, and His Royal Highness is also fairly busy, I doubt they have the time for a clandestine meeting. But you can never be too sure.
If Vice Commander Creus is charged for this crime, what happens? If we don't execute the Membrum tonight, someone else will die. We'll have another trial tomorrow. What's the point in earning only one more day of safety?
When humans are faced with their death, they'll do whatever they can to make even a temporary escape. They can simply deal with tomorrow when it comes.
But if that happens, the Vice Commander will be the most disadvantaged of them all. Are the Sacrificia allowed to collude like this?
Only the witch knows the rules. We have no say in what happens. Either way, we still can't say for sure that they've joined forces. The church isn't fond of his propensity to invoke the goddess's name, and Prince Conrad often defies the church's proclamations.
Okay, that's the end of the investigation.
Yeah, 0 hours.
We got 0 hours till the trial.
Ooh, uh-oh, red.
On this night of chaos, a fiendish moon hangs from the sky. What a sinister moon. Is this a part of the witch's performance too? It's about time we speak with the witness. Do you know which church he works out of?
Master Terrell! I've been looking all over for you. There's something I wanted to report. Our witness, Caleb Farnan, was carried to the hospital in critical condition.
What?
His chronic illness flared up during the questioning, leading to a loss of consciousness. We're no longer able to question him.
Fuck!
Fuck.
Well, things are certainly careening in a suspicious direction.
What shall we do, sir?
I'd like to violently resuscitate this man, but I assume there are church officials in the hospital.
There seems to be, yes.
Then we leave Farnan be. Go keep watch over Prince Conrad and let me know immediately if he makes a move.
Yes, sir.
Have you done what I asked?
Yes. Somehow. Should we really leave it at that?
Yes. It should be fine. I'll handle the rest.
We're all done for!
Oh!
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
What? Did you say Mew?
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Oh, you. I heard Mew.
Well, this is the thing that... like that, you know?
That was disturbing to watch.
Our friends do that?
No. I didn't know about that part.
Really?
Well, maybe a little bit, but not like that.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
A man starts screaming in the middle of the market.
Prince Lucian was killed! And he was a scion of the goddess! This witch is out to destroy us all! Please, oh powerful witch! I'll do anything so long as you spare my life!
Upon hearing the commotion, 2 Inquisitors run towards us.
Perfect timing. Sanguine, Kaufman, go calm that man down. I imagine there will be more outbursts like these throughout the city. Kaufman, talk to the knights and have them strengthen their guard.
Yes, sir.
Toll, go find Stump and tell him to give me a progress report. He should be at the Hideout News.
Yes, sir.
After he rambles off his orders, the others go running. No wonder he's called the finest Inquisitor of this generation. He's quick to understand the situation and formulates a clear plan in response. Are you having them write another article?
This is a people's court, meaning the people are more involved than they believe. I asked the church to inform the masses, but they only told those who visited.
Everyone has their eyes on the Hideout News because of their articles on the Sacrificia. If they put out an extra issue, people are sure to buy it. Did you sell news on the Sacrificia to the newspaper as part of your investigation? You had a reporter gather information on the off chance that the Cardinal would hinder your own efforts and deny you the necessary people needed to investigate.
I didn't have my hopes quite that high. I strongly impressed that they don't exaggerate their articles, so I doubt they've written any lies. But they only had so much time. The articles aren't much. The information is a nice little extra. What I wanted was to make the Sacrificia panic.
He's always 10 steps ahead of everyone else. Before my first major rewind, Vice Commander Krius introduced me to him. And then this man saw me burned at the stake. But I wonder now if he perceived something pertinent back then. I lower my head, fully humbled. I assumed you sold information for gold because I was ignorant of your true aims. I'm ashamed and truly sorry.
Isn't that where most people would normally complain? You know, then say so from the beginning and all that.
Not at all. We're not so close that I expect you to reveal everything to me so easily. And as your subordinate, I should be able to intuit your reasoning.
Subordinate. Sub. Enough of those earnest eyes.
Bro is a bit of a sundre.
I'm going back to my office. There's something I want to check before the trial.
So this is Inquisitor Lister's office.
Ooh.
It's a very practical room. Everything you'd ever think to need is somewhere in here. But there's not a single unnecessary article. It's a representation of Inquisitor Lister himself. Wait. Something feels off.
Stop staring into space and start reading.
He pushes a thick stack of papers into my hands.
This is a copy on the Treatise of Witches.
Treatise of Witches? What's that?
A compendium of our knowledge on witches. Any ordinary person would have their heart worn away and become crazed by the knowledge within. So only those protected by the goddess may read it. It contains everything the clergy and inquisitors have discovered. The original is treated as a forbidden tome and kept in the depths of the church. The copy, obviously, cannot leave this room. The book used to be in the possession of the inquisitorial order, but 30 years ago a certain inquisitor read too deep and lost himself to its evil influence, so now it belongs to the church.
I'm faced with a veritable tower of papers. How much effort did it take to copy this by hand? So this is why you hadn't begun your investigations, I take it.
I've sniped the thing a few times and made my way through copying it, so I didn't think it'd actually be that much. Deciphering the special alphabet it uses took up more of my time.
You sniped it. So you took it from the church without permission.
Capturing witches is our job. This is information we need. I'm not so soft that I'll take responsibility for some stranger's mistake.
Though his expression remains stoic, his voice drops with incredulity. He's right. Inquisitors are the first line of defense against witches. The knowledge written in the treatise belongs in their hands. How odd. I feel like I've heard something similar before.
Boom, 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 boom. Garudas are the goddess's birds and have regulations befitting their status as such. We have to be careful keeping records on them, and we can't wound their bodies even after death. Not even for research. Yeah, I made the okay, so it seems like knowledge is a running theme.
Yeah.
We don't even know how many organs they have as a result. Our knowledge of them is significantly lacking. I can count on one hand how many surefire ways we have to treat them if something happens. As those in service of the science of the goddess, we must protect these regulations with our lives.
I feel like I'm so close to remembering something.
I better bring this thing back before they realize it's gone. I should still be in the clear.
He splits the transposed treatise into two and hands me one half.
Look through the records of past trials and see if there's a way to drag the witch to the stand. The key to this trial is whether or not sleeping magic was used, and to find that out, we've no choice but to ask the witch. We've had 4 carnivals previously. See if any of them feature the witch showing themselves. Ooh.
Ours.
Yeah, ours did. Yeah, but
Which doesn't exist in this timeline,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Since we're short on time, we'll split the work. I'll take the last 2 trials, so you search through the first 2.
Yes, sir.
you can use the bathroom real quick.
All right.
I don't think. Yeah, should be pretty quick, but yeah.
Should be relatively quick. Oh. We're not even done with this chapter, and we still have the entire carnival to get through. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is gonna be a long stream. Maybe not our longest. I think our longest are typically around like 4 hours. Our longest stream together was definitely like 3 hours though. 3 hours and 7 minutes? Nope, 4 hours and 15. Part 9 of Pigeon Ultimate Game. Had a full boyfriend. We're definitely getting into the interesting bits, which is nice. It'll be fun to see Evan as he keeps making theories. I very much enjoy it. I like seeing like what he notices that I didn't in my first playthrough. It's very enjoyable to see his predictions. Welcome back.
Yep.
That was very quick.
Yeah.
My fucking door.
I feel like you need to like sand it a bit.
No, we have a sound muffling thing.
Or no, there's too much paint at the top.
Oh yeah, that too.
Like that's why it doesn't like close properly.
Yeah, that too.
Like we had at the
It'll get serviced eventually.
whatever.
Nothing. Oh!
Did you find something?
A dark shadow of some kind appeared during the second trial.
A dark shadow? Was that the witch? What led to its appearance?
Well, the shadow apparently appeared to kill the facilitating inquisitor.
I see. Only Sacrificia may participate in debates, so he must have broken the rule. So the only way to bring out the witch is to put yourself on the chopping block. Not that I'm gonna do that. You won't catch me making such an idiotic sacrifice. Unfortunately, we don't have any other evidence of a witch appearing during a trial.
So it seems. Is there no way to verify whether or not magic has been used?
If there's no precedent, then we simply need to make one.
Understood. If there's no clear path for us, then we'll make the road ourselves. But how? If things continue as is, the Vice Commander's death is all but assured. But if he's not the Membran, then we'll have yet another murder tonight.
Hey,
Yes?
what is the deciding factor of any battle?
He's gonna like tactics.
Yeah.
Bzzz. The answer is your face.
My face?
If your face isn't up to snuff, you'll lose.
He hits me with an incredibly irrational argument. Sure, the Inquisitor is quite pretty, but does that really matter?
I'm not talking about your features here. How would you feel if you saw your enemies shuffle up looking worried or frightened? Do you think you could lose to someone so obviously weak? Victory belongs to those that remain stout and full of pride. Once you look like you've lost, you have in fact lost.
Tactics of War 101. Tyrell Lister.
Yeah. The Art of War, Sun Tzu, Imperialized.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes his warning to make me realize I've physically curled into myself. I stand up straight so my chest expands, filling my lungs with clean air.
Yeah.
Once I take in that deep breath, the fear that has taken hold of my heart slowly begins to dissipate. It's almost 11 p.m. We have only an hour until the trial. I see the Inquisitor working as the facilitator is called to the trial before the Sacrificia. It also says here that the witch's magic is what brings us to the courtroom. It's a bit hard for me to imagine what kind of magic this is.
I feel sick at the thought of the witch coming to grab me in this room. Should they come grab me personally? I'm going to wait outside. What will you do?
I'll go too. How can we get the witch to appear in the courtroom? If that obnoxious witch is behind this, he'll probably come out if I ask just to laugh at our quests. He's entirely too unpredictable. Oh, now that I think of it, he's a man. Same with Rune. The goddess Norna and witches, just what are they really? Why are they at odds with each other? What happened between them? The Nornan faith is our national religion, but I know almost nothing about it. It felt like the religion of some far-off country both during my confinement and during my single-minded Knights training. I think that was because I knew that, in the most painful of moments, no goddess will come to save me. I've come this far with neither hope nor expectations of salvation. I can't just remain in the dark. I should look into this a bit more thoroughly. What? Sweat drips down my back. I can feel myself grow deathly pale, and my body stiffens like a fresh corpse. My mind is a whirlwind of questions. Why is this thing here? And why now? Why is it shown up in front of me? I'm gonna get killed again. Inquisitor Lister stands right next to me. I can see citizens walking along the road. I'm not the only one that's going to die. I have to protect everyone. But how? How can I win against this thing? Wait!
Oh,
Oh, it's the,
tall one?
yeah, it's the guy that was with the kid.
And whatever. Good evening, Master Tyrrell.
What?
Ripped, eh? What's with that ridiculous costume? Are you shirking your duties?
Oh, I'm just using this costume to earn Sammy's trust. My gruff appearance has him terrified of me, so he refuses to talk. You know this character, don't you? This is Mr. Endy, a mascot quite popular with children. I should be able to get Sammy to open up to me with this costume.
I would not talk to that person.
No.
I would run as far fucking away as possible. This is a character popular with children?
It is! Oh, I'm not the actual costume actor. This is a rental replica that I had to pay for.
I don't care if he's Mr. Stardy or Mr. Endy. You've come to talk to me. With me for a reason, yes?
Oh, I have a mister from Inquisitor Toll. Prince Conrad never once left the castle, nor did he ever meet with Cardinal Monaghan.
Thank goodness. This saves Vice Commander Creus from suffering a catastrophic disadvantage.
And what about the kid? You better have gotten him to understand the severity of this situation.
I did. Thanks to Mr. Endy, I was able to get Sammy to listen to my explanation. I believe he has sufficient understanding.
Did you manage to find out anything new regarding the incident?
Nothing groundbreaking, no. The orphanage principal placed Sammy in the timeout room after that, so there wasn't much time for discussion.
Even though we must find the Membrum tonight?
I imagine she wanted to keep Sammy away from the other children. His collar was scaring them all.
It's hard to find fault with her actions when considering the other kids. But we have far too little information about Sammy.
Why was he punished?
That is the correct answer.
From what I heard, he stole another child's clothes.
Clothes.
Sammy dirtied his own clothes while cooking. He then apparently took off his own dirty clothes and took another child's to avoid being yelled at. Oh, and I have another thing to report. A bookmaker has appeared in the central square. He claims he'll distribute prize money to those who accurately predict who the Membrum is.
People are gambling with human life? Are they mad?
Oh, they're perfectly sane. There's nothing more enjoyable than safely watching a tragedy unfold.
Look at that facial expression.
Yeah.
He's done with humanity. Ah, fuck.
As you've surmised, it's turned into a successful venture. All from the nobility to the plebeian have participated.
These are the people we're meant to protect. Disappointed?
Yes.
Here are the midterm results of the bets. Ooh. Okay.
The vice commander is in second place.
Cass's placement has more to do with his notoriety. I doubt many people actually suspect him.
Exactly. Vice Commander Kreis has no reason to go after Prince Lucian's life.
Prince Conrad is likely to receive most of the votes during the trial proper to... Oh, wait, no.
No, that was wrong voice. Whatever. Prince Conrad is likely to receive most of the votes in front of the proper too.
Yeah.
It's not that simple.
Is it not? Prince Conrad was embroiled in a fight for the crown with Prince Lucian. The end seems rather clear.
That's the issue. Rather than answering Inquisitor Rip's question, Inquisitor Lister turns to me.
Self-sacrifice. I hate it so much it makes me hurl, but you, Miss Red, it's your forte, is it not? If Cass really is our membrum, then we've no problems, but if he isn't, then 2 innocent people will die tonight.
Because basically the trial happens, and then it's Membrum Hour.
Yeah. That does not, however, give us leave to be hasty. I will beat you to oblivion if you even think to break the rules intentionally to bring the rich out.
My breath hitches in my throat when he speaks, his voice ringing menacingly in my ears. Why do you think I'd act in that manner? You don't exactly know much about me.
All it took was the image of your superior being tortured to have you blindly rush the Inquisitors. You aren't that hard to read. Some paint self-sacrifice as a beautiful act, but it is, in essence, a self-aggrandizing act of those too weak to properly plan an alternative.
He only says that because he doesn't know the truth. My death opens up paths to me that no ordinary person has access to. If Inquisitor knew of the Fatal Rewind, then even he would...
Have you read through the treatise on witches?
Not yet. I only had enough time to make it through the descriptions of the second night.
In the trial, 50 years ago, humans let the Membrum go free. This is why the church works to keep this a secret. The citizens' trust in the church would plummet if they discovered the church lost to a witch.
But we'll win for sure this time. The area around us warps, colors and shapes mix together as all is engulfed by chaos. Where are we?
Is this...
Which?
Welcome!
You
How was
piked
your
your-
investigation?
You piked your mic, bro.
Oh, boo. Welcome.
You!
Oh, we're lacking in desperation. We need more screams, more blood, more hatred. We can't start this festival without them. So, I think it's time for you to die.
Withering Flower 2.
I think it's time for you to die. Just kidding. Oh, and why wouldn't I be kidding? You're my precious employees. Oh, if I kill you now... If I kill you now, that'll only give me more work.
Your employees.
So, you're the Witch of Ruin then? Oh, yikes. We're still going with that one? I'd really rather not. Really rather you not. It's so painfully bland. Anyway, let's table that issue for now. Now, listen here, oh devoted employees. I'm about to give you some pointers, so don't you dare forget them. You'll be working as facilitators during the trial. Should you feel honored to participate in this, a trial that normally sees witches punished turn into a show of the base human condition. Oh, but do not conflate your role in this trial with the role Inquisitors normally play. You are to direct this trial, but not participate in the decisions of its verdict. You may see yourself similarly to a judge in your role, but you're far more akin to a hired chairman. Oh, the sacrificia are the stars of the show. There's no fun in seeing the stagehands in the spotlight. Mess up and I'll kill you, and find a suitable replacement. It's not all bad, though. If you meet my expectations, then you'll get properly compensated. How so? I'll grant you one wish. If it means forfeiting my heart, I pass. Oh, I won't do that. I hate the kind of boss that would exploit their employees or claim their achievements as their own. Hard work deserves a proper reward. Otherwise, this world will never get any better, you know. Even if you insist on working for free, my bleeding heart simply won't allow it. So, you will get a reward from me. So be sure to think it through. I get it, how your magic works now. It's an exchange of terms, like a contract. You offer humans your power in exchange for eating away at their hearts. If the conditions you each present aren't in alignment, then you can't use your magic. I'd always thought it strange. What do you get out of destroying someone's heart? If all you wanted was to watch someone suffer, then there are so much easier and simpler methods. Methods that you never took. You never dirtied your own hands. And I suspect you couldn't, even if you wanted to.
Stay away from him, Inquisitor. He can manipulate your memories unconditionally. It's a fleeting magic. Your memories will return to normal with time, but that doesn't lessen the danger. Inquisitor Lister looks suspiciously at me, wondering how I could possibly know something like that. He just as well knows now isn't the time for those questions and turns back to the witch.
So you can do low-level magic without any conditions. Even so, your magic is far more restricted than I initially surmised. Ooh! You've got a talent for irritation. Are you the type people ignore at parties? I'm more popular than you are, at least. Oh, so what will you choose? Will you take up the role of facilitator, or will you step down? I accept the role. Now that I know how your magic works, I can see the reward doesn't have any particular downsides. Misread.
I accept as well.
Oh, okie dokie. I'll hear your wishes once all is said and done. I'd much rather state mine now. Ooh. Oh, if your performance is below par, you'll have to pay the price for reneging on the contract. Reneging? Yeah.
Reneging?
Reneging.
Oh, shit.
No. What I want from you is a smooth trial. If I'm not satisfied with the result, all that happens is you don't get your reward. You lose nothing of note. But if I pay you in advance, you are obligated to give me a perfect trial. If you can't keep up your end of the contract, I'll have to take your life as compensation. Is your desire so great, you would willingly shoulder these risks? It is. I would have you participate in the trial as well. Excuse me? I want you to participate as one of the sacrificia. You can even hide your identity as the witch. will remain mum as well.
Oh, so is that... Oh, maybe that's why, like, yeah, he participated last time. Like, yeah, because Inquisitor Lister was...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Excuse me? Nah, no way. You just want to see me burn to ashes. No can do, no sorry. Damn it. Carnivals are fun because I get to enjoy the world burn in peace. Nothing and no one will make me put my life up as a condition.
Tell me who the Membrum is.
Like that would just rob us of all the fun. What are you, stupid? You silly little fool. This conversation's gone on far too long. I think I need to find myself some more subservient facilitators. Now, hold on there. I get where you're coming from. Safety is important. But you know who actually has the most fun during a show? It's neither the guests nor the employees, but the actors. I still won't become a sacrificia for... Oh, I see. Well, I suppose I could agree to that much.
Huh?
Oh, then allow me to formalize this agreement of ours.
Ah, shit.
That was...
The witch places his hand on Inquisitor Lister's chest. Though I see nothing out of sorts, Inquisitor Lister's brow knit in discomfort.
Oh? Are you okay with so humble a wish? You seem to harbor a much stronger desire than that. Shut up. My heart isn't your plaything, scoundrel. Oh? Ooh! Things would be so much more fun if I made you my membrum.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Inquisitor Lister, are you okay?
I've placed cursed chains on our hearts. The physical ones, you see. Should you break our contract, the chains will pierce your heart. Your turn, Evan. What do you wish for? No. Keep your wish for the end of the trial. I don't want anyone else putting their life on the line.
But...
What a pity that you fucking skipped the next one. God damn.
What a pity. Oh well, I guess it's more
exciting. What a pity. Oh well. I guess it's more exciting this way. Oh, before I forget, there's one more thing you must know. I'll be the one counting the votes. Oh, I'll also be preparing the gallows. The execution itself, though, falls on you. Well, goodbye for now. I do look forward to watching you struggle.
Those are his final words before he disappears completely. Inquisitor Lister, how are you feeling? He waves away my concern, but sweat still beads at his brow. He doesn't admit weakness easily.
I'm exhausted. The real thing is a lot more intimidating.
I'm in awe that you managed to hold your own against him. You even saw through how his magic works. Knowing that the witch uses contractual magic is a huge step forward. He requires both the presence and consent of another party to perform more ambitious spells. That he can manage to manipulate memories without a contract is still a problem. But I'm sure we can find a way to manage that. Each mystery I unravel brings me one step closer to defeating the witch. But what exactly did Inquisitor Lister ask of the witch? I'm about to ask, but before I can, the once empty venue suddenly fills with people.
I mean, wasn't it for the wish was for one of the for the witch to act as one of the sacrificia? It was
he's not going to.
Oh,
No.
not going to? Okay, so then ask for something
No,
else.
because basically he refused to put his life on the line, but that wasn't. So Inquisitor Lister had a different role in mind for him,
Okay.
where he's not posing as a sacrificia, but as something else, and he agreed to that, but
Okay.
we don't know what it is. 300 jurors fill the stands, and in the middle,
Where are we? What?
I'm scared.
So, this is the witch's courtroom, huh? Pretty unique taste in decor we've got going here. I'll do everything I can to protect you, Vice Commander.
Didn't get saved now, did ya, sonny boy? Why is Kriya so goddamn tall?
Our stars have arrived.
One of these people is the Membrum. They're all panicking after being spirited away to this place. They all look like regular humans to me. Their reactions seemingly genuine. But one of them will be executed at the end of this trial. And I'll have to do it. One single mistake could lead to an innocent person dying. I refuse to let that happen.
Silence, or you'll get my whip to your chin. I am Inquisitor Tyrrell I. Lister. Linzel here is an Inquisitor as well. We both will be serving as facilitator for this trial of witches, for witches, by witches. We are in a space created by the witch in question. Pray remember that this space is dictated by the witch's will. Should you wish to live, follow it to the letter.
What do you mean, will?
What else could it mean but the trial?
And you'll be facilitating this carnival? Color me surprised. If you're aiding the witch in this charade, does this mean you're our enemies?
I don't blame you for coming to that conclusion. Still, this is not the first time an Inquisitor has been forced into the role of facilitator. My aim is the same as yours, to capture and kill the Membrum. To that end, I am here to help your debates proceed as smoothly as possible. I ask that the 300 chosen jurors lend me their ears. Take heed of the Sacrificia's debates and cast your votes for the most suspicious of their number. It is your eyes that'll discern for us the truth. Now, let the debates begin.
Inquisitor Lister's indifferent declaration does nothing to calm the confusion. The Sacrificia, meanwhile, remain entirely silent because they understand the situation all too well. The first person to break the silence is the Vice Commander.
Well, we've got basic info on the Sacrificia from the Inquisitors, but it's probably a good idea to properly introduce ourselves. We should also reveal our relationship to the deceased. That will give us a place to start our debates.
He makes his voice as cheerful as possible in this situation to put the others at ease.
I'm Krius Castlerock, Vice Commander of the Wings of Garuda. I don't have any personal relationship with the victim of this case, Prince Lucian. Mind going next, Hugo? Yes, sir. My name is Hugo Spencer. I'm a cadet with the Wings of Garuda.
Well, you've grown up since I last saw you, Hugo.
Yes, it's been a while since we last met, Cardinal Monaghan.
He's the son of fellow Cardinal Cliff Spencer. Oh, he'll soon follow in his father's footsteps, I'm sure. We've a lot of hope for the lad's future.
Cardinal Monaghan, I have no intention of following in his. Sorry, now is not the time for that discussion. As a cadet, I'm in the lowest rung of the wings. I've never had a chance to meet with Prince Lucian, thus ends my introduction.
I'll go next. I'm Rick Monaghan. 7th appointee in the College of Cardinals. I was, of course, acquainted with Prince Lucian. As a devout believer, he often came to the church and listened to my sermons quite passionately. It is a terrible day for our kingdom, and for the Northern faith, to lose a prince with such a bright future ahead of him. But that is not all. I am beside myself at having lost the life of Lucian Neuschburn, a youth of merely 18 years. He was such an earnest young man.
The Cardinal's statement brings many of the jurors to tears. His influence is as wide-reaching as I both hoped and feared. He effortlessly grabbed the hearts of the jurors.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Conigal Monaghan. I am Conrad Neuschburn, firstborn prince of Historica. Lucian, he was my baby brother. Never did I imagine losing him so soon.
The jurors don't react with nearly as much sympathy to Conrad. They all fully suspect him because he has an obvious motive. It's Sammy's turn now. His lips quiver as tears form in his eyes. My heart hurts for the poor child, so I rub his back and try to encourage him. Can you tell us your name, Sammy?
Yeah, my name is Sammy Tippett. I live at, the orphanage.
Well, we've all introduced ourselves now. The road ahead looks paved with strife.
Yay, strife!
Woo!
Lad, Sammy, was it? Are you acquainted with Prince Lucian?
Prince Lucian sometimes came to the orphanage and played with me.
Well. So Prince Lucian visited the orphanage, did he? What a kind soul he was. And then we have Prince Conrad. What mercy have you shown our people?
Prince Lucian spent his days connecting with the people of this kingdom, yet I've never once heard you even visiting the church. Oh wait, no, God damn it.
Yeah.
Conrad appeared and I didn't read the name.
Prince Lucian spent his days connecting with the people of the kingdom, yet I've never once heard of you even visiting the church. Oh, and then there's last night. You flagrantly ignored the church's orders and opted to host a midnight party instead.
Cardinal Monaghan glares at Conrad. Conrad's expression falters from the usual composure into something resembling confusion. Inquisitor Lister concluded that Conrad and Cardinal Monaghan would collude to lay the blame for Prince Lucian's death on Vice Commander Creus. But they ultimately didn't meet before the trial. The church has been a staunch Prince Lucian supporter for some time. I doubt Cardinal Monaghan thinks too kindly on Conrad and his impiety. There we go. I'm relieved the Cardinal is throwing his verbal abuse at Conrad. If the Cardinal were to bring up his witness, then Vice Commander Creus will... What am I doing? The Vice Commander is here as a sacrificia too. I need to be impartial in my duties. Still, I can't help but feel this situation strange. Everything I saw this morning pointed to Cardinal Monaghan coming for the Vice Commander's throat at moment one. Does he suspect Conrad even more than the Vice Commander?
With all due respect, Cardinal, this isn't the time to question Prince Conrad's stance. We need to focus our discussions on the Membrum.
And that's exactly why it behooves us to uncover whether or not Princes Conrad and Lucian were truly at odds with each other.
Feuding brothers.
Is it known and obvious fact to all present that Prince Conrad is the only one of us with a clear motive? What did you truly think of your brother, your Royal Highness? Speak truthfully.
I doubt you'd understand me even if I did speak on the matter.
Excuse me?
You would claim Understanding? You, who took the complicated life we led as brothers who must compete for our country's future and spun it into a fanciful tale for your own amusement? Over and over, we competed on our individual merits. As his older brother, I had to effortlessly surpass his accomplishments because doing so was obvious. Because not doing so meant being ridiculed. There were times I lost through the pressure and rejoiced in his failures. I lamented his very existence, just as I'm sure Lucian did mine. He's my brother. I can't even love him like I so desperately wanted to. Could someone else truly understand this pain? Raise your hands high if you can.
It is true that the struggle of one who sits in line for the throne is a foreign one for most of us.
Yet he was still my brother, and I loved him. Whenever I saw him, my jealousy faded into sorrow. I always found myself wondering why we couldn't just be normal siblings.
Silence descends on the venue as everyone listens to his speech.
How am I supposed to face the goddess with such a soiled heart? I couldn't even bring myself to get near the church, let it go alone go inside.
The goddess extends her mercy to all of us, and you confess I'm sure she would have seen fit to soothe your pain. Never forget that you are a goddess known as Scion.
You speak not but the truth, Cardinal. Once this trial has concluded, I'll make for the church immediately.
To the 300 jurors, nay, adherents of the Northern faith here today, I have made a grave mistake. I was wrongfully assumed that as two princes fighting for the crown, Prince Conrad and Prince Lucian would naturally despise each other. This, however, was not the case. Just as we loved Prince Lucian for the vibrant youth he was, Prince Conrad adored him as a brother. The bond siblings share is stronger than any political power.
300 pairs of hands ring out in applause. Conrad covers his eyes as if overcome by emotion, with the cardinal looks on with satisfaction. In this very moment, the hearts of the jurors are dancing in Conrad and the cardinal's hands. So that's bad.
Yeah.
My heart, however, freezes over. I feel sick at the clear act Conrad put on. But more than that, I am terrified. He's controlled everything behind the scenes, just like he did in my trial.
I must apologize for viewing you through such a shameful lens of bias, Your Royal Highness.
You needn't apologize now that these misunderstandings have been dispelled. I would never kill Lucian.
Oh, but I never thought you did, sir.
Explain yourself. Did you not inquire my relationship with Lucian because you suspected me?
I only spoke for the people. Those ignorant to the truth are prone to being swayed by gossip and painting you as the criminal. I believed it was in our best interest to hear the story of your relationship in your own words before revealing something of grave importance.
Oh no.
We have a witness.
The cardinal carries himself as if he were a detective in a mystery novel, preying on our curiosity.
Prince Lucian was murdered between 2 and 3 in the morning in the greenhouse. A single individual was seen coming out of the greenhouse during this time. No, it was not Prince Conrad that was spotted, but this individual lacks a motive. Thus I did begin to wonder if Prince Conrad, as Membrum, ordered an assassin to do the deed.
That's an impossible assumption, Cardinal. Members have their heart eaten by the witch and killed due to the withered morals this results in. It's difficult to imagine them taking such a roundabout method as hiring an assassin. Inquisitor, has anything of the sort ever happened before?
What say you, Inquisitor Lister?
No, there are no records of anything similar happening.
we have our answer.
Then, this means you did this entirely of your own volition? Answer me, Krius Castlerock!
The Vice Commander shows signs of neither surprise nor confusion. Instead, he looks as though he's been waiting for this moment.
That's nonsense. Being a cardinal doesn't give you free reign to say whatever you want.
I only speak the truth, Hugo.
Oh, there's no way the Vice Commander is the Membrum. He'd never give in to which...
You only say that because you don't know what kind of man he really is. Castlerock is a money-hungry coward who uses people's weaknesses for his own gain.
What? Stop slandering him like that. If anyone here is a greedy coward, it's you.
I mean, hey. Props to
Excuse me?
Hugo. I see you taking out your phone.
Back shot.
Yep.
Back shot.
Make it a separate one, though, because this isn't his route.
Fine, yeah, I'll
Prius non-Prius route back shots.
I'll specify Tyrrell route.
Yeah, Tyrrell route. Prius back shots in Tyrrell's route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan needs to make backshot jokes whenever he fucking can. And damn, Prius looks mad as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at him, though. He looks pissed.
Hugo, that's enough.
I'm not an innocent, naive kid anymore, Carnegie Monaghan. Vice Commander, shouldn't we bring up what happened 13 years ago? Don't let your passions get the better of you, Hugo. That has nothing to do with what's happening now. I think it's necessary for the jurors to understand what kind of person the Cardinal is. And if we don't do anything now, you'll be...
Stop! Will you cease this nonsense?
We appear to have veered off topic. We'll never finish things this way.
Conrad's right. Cardinal Monaghan has put the spotlight squarely on Vice Commander Krius. Hugo's outbursts won't move the debate forward. But if I step in as Inquisitor, the witch will have my life. What should I do?
Oh, my mom found a GoFundMe for the lady. It's her.
I love your mom so much. Evan, this is you. It's Conrad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm replying to her.
We found a poster in the grocery store where we got the bread that's asking.
Should I read it out as a little side diversion?
You know, yeah, we're gonna go little side tangent in the middle of
All right, in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Wishes wanted. Student fairy godmother needs practice.
Send me your wishes and I will use my magic powers to help them come true. Results not guaranteed. All services free. Donations welcome. Please note, my magic powers cannot be used to interfere in anyone's free will. No replies will be sent through the mail. Donations may be mailed to me at the address above or made online to blah 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 fundraiser on GoFundMe. Thank you. Love conquers all.
And there is indeed a GoFundMe page.
Yeah. I sent the poster to my mom and she found it.
I love your mom so much.
Thank you. Say, why don't we have the Inquisitors decide on the theme for us to debate? I'm fine with that. The Inquisitors should be able to remain impartial after all.
Do I sense hostility there, Hugo?
Calm yourself, Cardinal. And rein yourself in, Hugo. Your Royal Highness, it is forbidden for those other than the Sacrificia to involve themselves in the debates. If the Inquisitors break these rules, they will put their lives in danger. Were you even listening? I only want the Inquisitor to give us a topic.
I swear he wants us dead.
Then we debate based on said topic. If we do this, we'll be able to focus on the debate at hand, rather than go off on some unrelated direction. I'd like to hear the Inquisitor's opinions on this. What say you, Lady Linzel? Inquisitor Lister?
Though he calls both of our names, Conrad's gaze is fixed entirely on Inquisitor Lister.
The rules of this court are written by the witch. If the witch allows it, then I'll gladly cooperate.
So how about it, witch? Speak now, should you oppose my proposal.
The witch remains silent.
I believe we can take their silence as tacit approval. I'd stop this tier. It's too dangerous.
Shut up and worry about your own safety.
Bitch.
Miss Red, I'm sure I don't need to explain what this means, yes?
Not at all. This is our one chance.
I'm sorry, but I took a little glimpse. There was a lot of save files during this part.
Yeah.
Still a lot of bad endings. Or
These two are just quick bad endings. This one is the
sad.
Yeah. You can now choose topics of debate for the trial. Be careful with your choices. Should you pick the wrong one, you may earn the witch's ire or force the trial in a precarious direction. I'd really rather not allow this. But I
wait.
know... Oh. This is from the witch, I think, to us.
Are you sure? Or yeah.
I'd really rather not allow this. But I know you'd be bored to tears on the sidelines. Oh, but don't get all high and mighty on me. If you ruin this trial for me, all that awaits you is a bad ending.
I was right about it being the witch, though.
Yeah.
I should review everything I know before the trial. So, there's a bunch of stuff. Kurgan. Who women want. Historica's popularity rankings: number 1, Creus; number 2, Lucian; number 3, Conrad. Results may change season to season.
That's funny.
Sammy article says, orphanage theft. In the early morning, Sammy dirtied his clothes while preparing breakfast. Afraid of making the principal angry, he disposed of his own clothes and stole those from another child. He was ultimately found out and shut in the
What
timeout
about the
room.
adoration?
This is just Sammy's testimony. I want to be like Prince Lucian, but I
One
couldn't
to
do it.
not even like.
I wanted to be Prince Lucian.
Fuck! I still
couldn't
think
do
it's
it.
Sammy. And I think that, like, yeah, like, instead of, like, stealing the clothes because he was cooking, he stole the clothes because there was blood all over them.
Conrad's testimony. I want to mourn his passing. So many believed us to be at odds, but the truth couldn't be more different. I loved him dearly, and I could tell he was fond of me in return. Please believe me, we were terribly close. When asked about Sammy's orphanage, Conrad left with obvious displeasure.
That is interesting. And then, like, yeah, when it was mentioned that, like, I'm Sammy, I'm from the orphanage, and then Conrad fucking, like,
Lost his shit, yeah.
Yeah.
The bookmaker's predictions. Number 1, Conrad. Number 2, Creus. Number 3, Hugo. Number 4, Cardinal Monaghan. And number 5 is Sammy.
Oh, wait, just gonna call my parents
Oh, okay.
to coordinate my ride tomorrow, so quick
All right,
break.
sounds
and
good.
I need to also refill my water.
All right,
so.
sounds good. All right, we're taking a quick little break, as Evan said. The water bottle, he needs to call his parents. This stream is gonna be long anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I will keep them entertained. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, though. Haha. Well, I guess while Evan's not here, I can talk about the fact that because, well, we'll finish and we'll wrap everything up, is that some of Evan's theories are incredibly spot on. Like in the original timeline, for Kreese's route, like he predicted that Orla had was the Membrum, and that Maya's limbs being decorated that around the house was her really paying tribute, homage, if you will, to her decorating hobby. And it's interesting to see Evan like have such strong opinions, and it's really interesting to know like if he's right or wrong, and to know that if he doesn't make the connections after everything's revealed, of if he was right or wrong. of like things he missed or things he just didn't quite pay attention to that like feeds into his theory, or things that didn't feed into his theory. It's so much fun watching Evan experience this in real time, you know, because he's sitting right next to me, and it's such a joy, and it's like I didn't realize how much I would enjoy Evan playing through this game, because I love the game. It's probably one of my favorite Ultimate games. Tied maybe honestly above Color X Malice, because I love Color X Malice, but I don't love all the routes in Color X Malice. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Genki characters, which is Mineo. Shirashi was, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his name. He was good. Just not my type. And Okazaki started off as my type, and then like that changed as I went into his route. I'm kind of just like, oh, I'm not digging this as much. But with Even If Tempest, this is the first game where I can say that I've loved every single route. Because that doesn't typically happen. There's typically like 1 or 2 routes that I don't like. But with this one, even with Lucien, who is like such a soft-spoken character, a lot lighter aesthetic, not typically the characters that I tend to go for, I still fucking loved his route. So I'm just really excited, and I'm so glad that Evan is enjoying it. And I appreciate Evan voice acting Tyrell. I appreciate it so much. God, my voice is so shot. We've been streaming a lot. We have been streaming a lot today / tonight, or last night. Why did I say tonight? Because we had hide and seek, we had Hollow Knight bingo, then we had our last 2 Even If Tempest streams. But it'll be fun to just see everything as we go. It's very fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun for me. I gotta do weird things. Yeah. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know what I'm singing. Boop. Maybe I should pick a song and just like hum that. I don't know. Is there anything else I really wanted to comment on? Oh, once we get through Even If Tempest, we will definitely be doing the DLC. We might take a break before playing Dawning Connections. We'll see, but possibly not. I know that we do kind of like switch on. Oh, actually, we might be playing through the Christmas special for Hatful Boyfriend. Yeah, we definitely plan on returning back to our beloved Pigeon Boys, because it has been so long since we've got to enjoy their antics, you know. Oko-san's coo coo. Oh, my voice is too sad to do that. Sakuya, Ryuta. I just realized how similar those names were. Just it'll be so fun returning to those characters again. I don't know when that'll be happening. Probably, maybe, partially within the month of December. We don't actually know how long the game is, so we do not know, if it's gonna be a multi-episode thing, or if it'll just be like a partial episode thing. That may air, mid Even If Tempest, because we're gonna be doing Even If Tempest for a while, and we're already most of the way through the month. So that's just a little tidbit of information regarding what our plans are for future games. And then after that, it'll be pretty much Evan's pick. So we might do some itch.io ultimates, or we might just go with one that Evan's seen or looked into. Otherwise, we'll just kind of do what I did here, where I'm just I think you'd really like this ultimate. Because through playing this game, I've learned a lot more about what types of games Evan likes. He likes the funny ones, for sure. He loved Hatoful Boyfriend. He loves, all the joking ones. Because he's silly. But he also really likes... Hello. Also really likes games that are kind of more faster paced. This one jumps straight into the action, even the build up is that. So maybe I'll suggest one of those. We'll kind of see.
What?
What? You ready?
Yeah.
This one's you.
Well, I was finishing my piece of bread.
Oh, okay.
I put
Good job.
I put together a list of worthwhile topics from our investigation. Given the time we have left, though, I doubt we can discuss more than 3 of these. If you notice someone reacting oddly during the debates, make sure they talk. Casually, of course. Finally, this is all over if Cass starts looking too suspicious. That's all well and good if he's our culprit, but if you think otherwise, then keep track of how the jurors are reacting.
So what do you think we should bring up first?
So, okay.
First off, remember, we can only bring up 3 topics.
Between these... The witness is important.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I feel like the witch's sleeping magic is important.
Mm-hmm.
Circumstances, but between that, I don't think the prince's relationship is that important. Wait,
Okay. Okay.
neither the incident 13 years ago.
Yeah, definitely not that one.
Yeah, so either magic in the royal family or the witch's sleeping, or the circumstances of the murder.
All right. Well, you were right on the first one. It is the witness.
Okay.
Everyone here seems to have their own opinions on what Carnicle Modigan has just revealed to us. Let's see what they all have to say.
The witness.
Priest Caleb Farnan saw the very moment Kazarok killed His Royal Highness. And upon realizing he'd been caught, he attacked Caleb.
Huh?
Caleb, thankfully, escaped the attack to tell us the truth, but his injuries must have left him entirely incapacitated. Even now, his life remains in danger.
Shock! Scandal! Confusion!
It's really hot in here.
I'm sorry, I can't fix that.
Though I had been convinced Castle Rock was working on Prince Conrad's orders, I now see that isn't the case. Creus Castle Rock is the sole criminal.
Even he's confused.
Even more confusion. So, that's his testimony then. 3 people had noticeable reactions, but which of them should I have explain their stance?
A fucking Creus?
Yeah.
Duh.
Duh.
Carnival Monaghan took the witness. Carnival Monaghan took the witness account at face value and had me tortured by the Inquisitors this morning.
Sir Creus was tortured?
Well, we did have a witness. They do anything to make the man confess. I'm with the Cardinal on this one.
So, I asked the Cardinal why a priest would be in the castle so late. A priest shouldn't be wandering the halls like a drunkard after leaving a tavern. At the time, he wouldn't give me his answer. Could he give us one now?
Caleb attended Prince Conrad's party. He saw you as he went out into the gardens to get some fresh air.
Did the church not order people to spend the night in their homes?
That we did. And he clearly violated orders, though I can't condone his actions. They did allow us to point definitively to who the member is.
So, you ask if that we trust the testimony of a man who ignored a direct order? I also don't recall you ever mentioning this supposed act of violence I committed against him. Why didn't you tell me about this that morning? This morning.
Yeah. You were close enough.
Because I've no reason to reveal the details of this investigation to the Membrum himself.
Oh, a wise decision. Were I in your position, I doubt I would have kept those details to myself. I'd be nothing short of relentless to the man that injured a subordinate of mine. To get back at the matter at hand. To get back to the matter at hand, I followed the church's decree and holed myself up in my room. I don't have proof, but neither does anyone else here. It's too early to claim I'm the culprit.
God, he's doing so good at defending himself.
God, yeah.
You're doing great.
He's so
doing great,
He's
sweetie.
so capable.
Yeah. Okay.
Circumstances.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where was Prince Lucian killed, and how did he die? I'd like everyone to discuss the particulars surrounding his death. Scene of the crime.
Scene of crime.
Woo. Prince Lucian was killed in a greenhouse on castle grounds. Nothing at the crime scene pointed conclusively to who killed him, or what kind of weapon performed the deed. Allow me at least this much. Vice Commander Creus hasn't been able to do a single bit of investigating. By the way he smiles at me, I can only hope he understands my aim.
Being locked in a cell as I was, I couldn't go check for it for myself. Did you go, Hugo? Yes, sir. It's a beautiful place if you're able to ignore the blood. The greenhouse is the pride of the royal family. That he passed away surrounded by such beauty is my own solace.
A beautiful garden does not make for any amount of solace. But he's picked up on something that's been bothering me for some time. Should I have them discuss this further?
I think make them?
Yes. What are your thoughts on the location? Why was Prince Lucian killed in the greenhouse?
Because it's an easy room to sneak into, surely.
I've heard that the Membrum can use magic. They should be able to sneak into any location with ease. It seems clear to me that there was a specific reason he had to die there. But I doubt it was all related to convenience. Would it not be a form of funeral? This could be an expression of mercy from the killer in hoping he could spend his final moments surrounded by flowers.
I don't like the look on your face, Conrad.
Mercy? For someone they hated enough to kill? That doesn't make sense to me. But the body was found with flowers next to it. Maybe the killer didn't hate them after all. There were flowers around the body? Yes, it was written on the investigation reports. Do you not have any of your own?
Bro, he was locked in a dungeon the entire day.
No. Mind if I read yours? Not at all. Why are you the only one without them?
Ahem. This discussion has reminded me of something important. Prince Lucian was a member of the National Budget Committee. He especially abhorred the wasteful use of tax funds and often cut budgets for various departments. And on the topic of wasteful spending, we must mention the Garudas. To claim the goddess's beloved pets are wasteful would be an affront to faith. Yet I know this was not an unpopular opinion, especially among more radical political leaders. These radicals were usually staunch supporters of the late prince. It is not so illogical to assume Prince Lucian was of similar opinions.
That's nothing more than conjecture. Prince Lucian has never gone on public record about the Garudas. I hate to say it, but Lucian had quite the heartless streak in him. He was known as the frigid prince among those in the castle. The Wings of Garuda vice commander discovered Lucian intended to abandon the Garudas and worked to protect them. It pulls at the heartstrings.
But Castle Rock never hated Prince Lucian, and so chose the peaceful greenhouse as his place of death. This all makes perfect sense, does it not?
My decision led to a growing suspicion against Vice Commander Creus.
What's with the doom and gloom? Your job is to figure out the truth, and you did what was necessary. I trust the type of person that can make decisions with a cool head, and he's picked up on it as well.
Huh?
I see. So that's why. Okay, so you make a save here.
Yeah, this is...
Does this lead to a bad ending, or is this the sad ending?
This is the bad ending.
Okay, so we're doing a bad ending first?
Yeah.
Well, I think the right choice is which is Sleeping Magic.
Yes.
Okay.
The bad choice is an incident 13 years ago.
Oh, of course it fucking is!
Talk over the incident 13 years ago between Vice Commander Creus and the church. 13 years ago.
Excuse me?
Heaven, you knew about that too?
No, Hugo, I don't know anything. But I agree with your assertion, fuck me, that we must know what happened if we are to ascertain the veracity of the Cardinal's testimony. Veracity. Fuck me.
Veracity, I think.
Veracity. I don't know anymore.
This and that have nothing to do with each other. Don't bring in something unrelated.
Cardinal Monaghan is in a clear panic. Is what happened 13 years ago so remarkable? If I can prove that not just Cardinal Monaghan, but the church as a whole has a vendetta against the Vice Commander, we can move this trial in an entirely new direction. All via the possibility that the Cardinal has fabricated a witness testimony to frame the Vice Commander.
Evan, Hugo, stop this. Cardinal Monaghan is correct. We shouldn't waste our time on something that has nothing to do with this incident.
But sir, He quietly shakes his head. I can see in his eyes that he knows what I'm trying to do, but he still doesn't want me to dig any deeper. I was mistaken to bring this up. All I've done now is waste our time.
Whenever he brings up his one finger, I always think he is flipping us off.
Oh yeah.
What's this all about? Is Castle Rock hiding something?
Seems he had a run-in with the church. The church is a bastion of righteousness. I shudder to think what dastardly deeds he was involved with. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
boy! You're boring me to tears! It's like you to refuse to get to the crux of this whole thing. Oh well. I guess I'll just have to hope better next time. We're done here.
Inquisitor Lister clutches at his chest as he collapses to the ground. Inquisitor Lister, stay with me, His life is taken from him right then with the ease of a dry leaf falling from a dead tree.
Bye-bye.
Look at Ellen.
What?
Nothing. Okay. Okay. Well, we know what it is.
Yeah.
The witch's sleeping magic. In previous Membrum incidents, the witch has aided in the Membrum's crime by putting people to sleep with magic. I'd like to hear your opinions on whether or not similar magic has been used this time as well. The witch's sleeping magic.
If magic had been used, then the witness testimony claiming that Crius Kasserok is our culprit will have to be thrown out as a lie. It is everything but. A priest would never speak such falsehoods. No more discussion is needed.
Carnival Monaghan, that's such a sloppy way of handling it.
Do you think the word of a man of the faith, Hugo? No, I don't want to fuck you. You, who grew up in such a pious home. The level of contempt for the clergy in this trial has not missed my notice. Could this be the witch's goal? The witch is attempting to undermine the legitimacy of the church. Lend not your ears to his heresy. His squawking is making my ears bleed. Clamp his beak shut, Miss Red.
So, what do we use when we want to shut him up?
No. I mean, I don't know. It's something like we want him to shut up, but
Yes.
like we don't like present anything yet.
Yes.
So, it seemed like the thing that like made people like dislike him was the fact that like, oh, he's just talking about art instead of talking about the case. So Cardinal loves art.
Correct. But remember, we can also use it against him by saying we won't introduce him to Miles Diaz.
Yeah.
Miles Diaz. You remember our promise, yes? If you cooperative in the trial, I'll introduce you to court painter Miles Diaz.
Well,
Start the debates.
You can claim there was a witness all you want, but I was asleep in my room at the time. I intended to stay awake the whole night, but I suddenly found myself incredibly drowsy, like I'd been slept some sleeping medicine. Musical note? That must have been the witch's magic. I can't imagine any human winning against that level of drowsiness.
It's probably Hugo going like,
What's going on?
So that's his testimony then. 3 people had noticeable reactions, but which of them should I have explained their stance?
I don't... Okay, so not Monaghan, because like he's hostile openly right now. Not Hugo, because people would just be like, oh, he's just trying to protect Crius. I think Sammy.
No,
No?
it's Hugo.
Aw. I thought a third party might be good.
Because Sammy's really young.
Yeah,
So
too
he
young.
might not be seen as super credible.
True.
Because kids are constantly,
Falling
taking
asleep,
naps,
yeah.
falling asleep, yeah.
All anyone needs to know is that the Vice Commander is innocent. He'd never do something so awful. That's all you've claimed since this begun. I find your respect admirable, but also somewhat extreme. Huh? Why do you not endeavor to prove your own innocence? You immediately jump to Kasserok's defense despite your own life being on the line here. Are you so quick to protect him? Because you know he's actually the Membrum? No. If you are aiding and abetting the Membrum, then you are just as much our enemy as he is. We would all be safer from a joint execution.
Conrad set his sight on Hugo now. There must be something I can do to help him. So what do you think will help him?
Fuck. What's up with Hugo? Hugo file and article.
So you don't actually get to see what it is.
Fuck.
Basically, the article is how he's an up and coming, how everyone has a lot of hopes for him, and the file is just his general information.
All right. Well, I mean, the Hugo file article with the bookmaker's prediction. The stuff related to Hugo or the bookmaker's prediction?
What do you mean?
Like, that's the evidence.
Yes.
But
so
I don't know which one.
the file is his file where it says, like, this is your age, this is affiliation, all of that. The article is people saying has the newspaper.
Okay. So, article?
Yes. If I may, Prince Conrad, his devotion to the Vice Commander is a well-known trait for those in the wings. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, you tell him. He's always like this.
I catch Landon's voice from the jurors' seats. After that comes a familiar shrill tone.
Hugo may look reasonable, but he's one of the Vice Commander's most fervent devotees. Even if he goes a bit crazy, I hope he'll still treat him with the kindness a poor guy deserves.
Stop that. I'm not that weird. Just really respect the Vice Commander. Don't listen to him, sir. I just... I know. In any case, he'd jump to my defense, regardless of even if I were a Membrum. So I simply ask that you don't mistake his actions for what they aren't. Vice Commander. Oh, do you hear that? That sounds like a tacit confession to me.
Fucking hell, he just got a better impression.
Oh no. Now the Vice Commander's in an even more precarious spot, all because of me. I made him to suffer again.
Again, looks like we need to have them discuss whether or not the witch used magic and said magic's effects a bit more.
Agreed. Once debates are mostly dealt with, I'll raise it again as an issue. I said that out of order, oops.
I believe we discussed everything of import. What say you to moving on to the ballot, Inquisitor?
Not yet. We need to spend more time discussing the sleeping magic.
It matters not whether magic had been used. We don't need to waste any more time debating this. You agree, don't you, Inquisitor Lister?
I am of the same opinion as Linzel. Neither our jurors nor the witch will be satisfied with a half-hearted vote.
If we don't settle this once and for all, I won't be able to trust this supposed witness testimony. If sleeping magic was used, then Father Caleb would have been incapable of staying awake. If we're really going to be wasting time like this, then I think you should be the one to explain this situation, Inquisitors. Even this young knight should be able to understand why Father Caleb was at the castle once you do.
I know exactly what Conrad's getting at.
The witness account?
Yes. Father Caleb was at Prince Conrad's party. If His Royal Highness's claim that he is gifted with the goddess's divine protection is true, then Father Caleb would have been graced by her protection as well and remained awake throughout the night.
But then, do you finally understand? The result remains the same whether or not the witch used their magic.
Feelings of disgust well up within me. I'm appalled my only option is to help sell this story Conrad wants to tell.
Ah, jeez. Enough with the brow wrinkles. You'll turn into a crone at this rate.
Sorry.
Ah, jeez. Your emotions are constantly running a marathon.
Yes, they are. They're very fit. Inquisitor Lister pokes my forehead. Ow, bitch.
The real battle's about to start. Keep your eye on the prize.
Yes, sir.
Whether the witch used magic or the veracity of the goddess's blessing is irrelevant. Whether the witch used magic or the veracity of the goddess's blessing is irrelevant. Whatever the answer may be, the truth remains unchanged. We've had our answer since this trial opened. No amount of debate will change the immutable fact that Crius Kasserok is the membrum.
The jurors whisper fervently amongst one another. I can sense the trust in the Vice Commander slowly but surely fade under the growing suspicion. There is no blessing at all. It's not right to paint Vice Commander Kreese as the membrum on a single witness testimony. But just knowing that doesn't help me. I have no way to concretely shut down his argument. If only I got proof of his wrongdoing that night. It would be so easy to argue someone as corrupt as Conrad could never be under the goddess's protection.
Now, I think it's time we started the vote.
If the Vice Commander gets too many votes here, I'll have to push him into the flames with my own hands. I have to do something, but I'm powerless.
Before we vote, I'll be calling a witness to the stand.
Yeah.
A witness?
Oh wait, a witness? Well, fuck it. Ah, you speak of Father Caleb? I doubt that's possible.
Caleb has yet to regain consciousness after the unfortunate attack on him. He's in no position to testify before us.
Why are you looking at me? Is the witness gonna be like Zen or something? No.
Indeed. I doubt I'd be surprised even if he were currently in his grave. How heartless! Witness, come forward.
Oh wait, or is oh.
You want to do a cackle?
Yeah, it's the witch. Okay. No, I see.
Okay!
Got it. Okay.
What is this? The Witch of Ruin, the very mastermind of this case.
This is the witch? He sounds like a guy. It looks like a bunch of crumpled black paper.
Witches can change their own appearance at will. There's nothing so odd about assuming the form of a man. Still, it's rare indeed to see the witch themselves appear at the trial.
Only you could get the mastermind to come in as a witness, Tyr. I can never guess what you're going to do next.
So, what do you want me to say? Still don't feel like revealing who the membrum is. Nah, I'm far from satisfied with this show so far. Oh well, then let's get to my first question. Did you use sleepy magic last night?
That might be too low.
Oh well, did you? Then let's get to my first question. Did you use sleepy magic last night?
There you go.
Sure did. Our all-encompassing support package is the selling point of the Membrum Support Center, after all. I want my sweet little Membrum to have as much fun as possible. Okay, next question. Does your magic work on the royal family? Oh. You speak of what that Audie over there was going on about, yes? Oh, he was certainly trying to play me for a fool. So, he's a scion of the goddess Norna, correct? Correct. Her blood flows from within Prince Conrad's veins. Uh-huh. Oh, how vexing. Oh, I do hate this. Just looking at you makes me want to empty my stomach. If only I could tear your flesh apart layer by layer.
What did I ever do?
Whoops. Sorry. Just taking a trip down memory lane. Oh, we were talking about magic and scions, yes? Well, under the assumption this divine protection really exists, we've no choice but to give it a go, now do we?
What?
That was terrible.
Excuse me. I don't know how potent her blood is in him, so how could I even hope to give a concrete answer? Oh, that he's here at all indicates to me my magic has some effect at least. Oh, though there remains the chance it only worked because he chose to accept it. If he were to focus, he could very well brush off my magic. It's not so strange a proposition. Oh, we can test it out to see, but my magic comes at a price.
Despite his black, murky appearance, I can feel the disparaging grin he's giving me right now. I've still got a trump card.
Whatever you're thinking, Miss Red, I can only pray it isn't brainless.
Alright. So.
This is long ending, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So sad ending?
Yes.
Correct choices. Dot, dot,
Yes.
dot.
Yes. He's worried about me. A kindness lurks behind Inquisitor Lister's scathing tone. After such an eventful day, I realize that now. I thought him detestable when we met this morning, but I'm rather fond of him now. No matter what slander he may sprout, I doubt I could come to hate him. Thank you for worrying about me. I'm about to go do something stupid. Which, I've decided on my reward. Show me your magic now. Man's mad.
Oh, okie dokie. What kind of magic do you want?
You can do anything you want to Prince Conrad so long as it doesn't put his life in peril.
Hey! Do you realize what you're asking of him?
Shut up, bitch.
Ooh, let us formalize this contract. It's gonna hurt a little, but I know you can suffer through it.
An incredible power closed over my heart, squeezing it tight and stalling my breath.
Oh, it's a CG.
Yeah, it's CG.
Stay with me. Are you alright?
Fuck.
Heaven! Hey, witch. What the hell is this? I wasn't in near as much pain. Oh, keep it down! This one requires unorthodox methods. She's protected. Ah, just as I thought. Oh, things just got way more annoying. I've managed to formalize a contract, but her body is rejecting the magic. My power is warping in on itself. Woo! If this keeps going, even I'll end up in a world of hurt. I reject the request for this reward. Let her go free. Oh, no can do. Once you get a magic spell running, momentum carries it all the way to the end. I'll have to keep note of that. Hey, Miss Red. Breathe. Just take your time. Damn it!
What the fuck? What?
It's called CPR
Oh.
and maybe something else.
Okay. So.
It's not as weird as you think it is, I promise.
Yeah. It's a better kiss than the other.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a Yandere. Yeah, there you go.
It's medicine. Swallow it.
Ew. Inquisitor Lister?
Inquisitor Lister. Inquisitor Lister. Inquisitor Lister. Inquisitor Lister. Ooh!
You stabilized her magic? Just what did you give her?
The lack of oxygen has rendered me dizzy. Just now, did he?
That was purely medical. That was purely, unmistakably a medical action. You agree? Yes? Grunt.
Grunt? Are you talking about me? I couldn't exactly hear your conversation. All I know is that she suddenly doubled over in pain, and then you suddenly Huh? You did CPR? Except that wasn't exactly it.
I gave her medicine.
Oh, right. Yes, I see. Yes, that is a purely medical action. Totally.
Exactly. Don't go getting the wrong idea, Miss Red. I don't need a lawsuit on my hands.
Yes, sir.
The hell? What's with this mood you have going now? What happened to all the anxiety?
I don't exactly like it either. Do something about this with your magic.
Ooh, it would be my pleasure. Time for the reward.
The witch brings his fingers together in a satisfying snap, and Conrad floats up into the air.
What?
Ooh, where would you look at that? My magic works without a single problem.
He had more of a problem with us.
Let me down.
You can stop now. We get the picture now. Why did I say now twice?
Oh, you know I could drop him to his death for you. You despise the royal family, don't you?
At first, I thought the witch was talking to me, but that misconception lasted only for a second. I hate Conrad, yes, but I have no negative feelings for the royal family as a whole. No, the witch is talking to someone else entirely. Inquisitor Lister?
Let him down already. Do you want to make this trial go longer than it already has?
Ooh, you raise a good point. Down you go.
Fucking love the Witch of Ruin. He's so fun.
Oh, he gets better.
Huh? He gets better?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already having a lot of fun voicing.
You're gonna have so much fun in the future, too.
Finally.
Ooh, do you need me for anything else? I'd like to get back to my seat.
Then go on. You're more than welcome to wait out this trial in a cell.
You could.
Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? No way. That sounds awfully uncomfy. Especially if you fill it up with all your fucking burps. Jesus Christ.
In any case, we now see that the witch's magic can work on the royal family, and this then dictates that the priest's testimony cannot be trusted.
So, we're back to square one?
I cannot believe a man of the faith lied. This makes the cardinal look almighty suspicious.
I knew Sir Chris was innocent. Oh, thank goodness.
Then who's the membrum? Give us an answer. We want out of here.
Enough of this. We're at a standstill. Let's just execute Castle Rock and get this trial over with.
Why does it come down to that? We've just proven that the witness testimony is a total dud. You're the suspicious one for trying to pin this on him.
Caleb did all of that in his own volition. I know nothing. If it's not Castle Rock, then it must be Prince Conrad.
What?
Who would believe after all this time that you actually got along with Prince Lucian? You intentionally didn't invite Prince Lucian to his party and teased him mercilessly as a child.
Yeah. Did you just say the Memram didn't hold any grudges toward Prince Lucian?
Do you know how foreign countries see the Noshburn family? They see them as murderers, capable of familicide. Assassination is an all too common occurrence in the race for the crown. This incident, too, is doubtless of this struggle. Cardinal. Eek! Being accused of murder seems to have come as quite a shock. Why else would you say something you so obviously didn't mean? I won't hold this against you. Thank you, sir. The jurors are at an obvious loss. It falls to us to show them the way, though we currently have no way of uncovering who the member is. My proposal is to sacrifice one of the 2 knights tonight. What? Remember your duties as a knight? You're meant to protect those of the royal family, the men and women of the cloth, and vulnerable children, are you not? Impeccable logic, Prince Conrad. It is exactly as you say.
This doesn't look good.
How could you say that? Neither of us are the membrum. You'd best learn when to give up. You call yourself a knight when you can't even offer your life for your country? You spent this trial defending Castle Rock. If your feelings are genuine, then I'm sure you know what you must do here. Oh, I. Do excuse his outburst, Prince Conrad. Hugo here is still only a cadet. Vice Commander? Oh? Then that brings our choices down to 1. Wait. We're deciding to execute based on a position as a knight? This is way too cool. Oh, but our other choices involve a cardinal and a priest. If Prince Conrad dies here, we'd be left with that rotund idiot.
Oof, Parker. Inquisitor Lister, if we don't do something, Vice Commander Creus will die.
If this is what the Sacrificia have decided, then we've no choice but to accept it.
But I don't want to accept it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do whatever we can.
We're here as facilitators. There's only one thing we can do right now.
Provide a new discussion topic.
Hell yeah! We can't give our opinions directly, but we can point them in the right direction with the discussion topic.
Exactly.
I feel a strong gaze on me and look up to the stage. The Vice Commander looks unflinchingly at us. Despite being closer to death than any of us here, his eyes show no sign of fear. To borrow Inquisitor Lister's turn of phrase, that's the look of a man who knows he's going to win. Inquisitor Lister meets his gaze and then slowly closes his eyes. It's a silent, instant conversation. I know intuitively they've decided on a plan of attack.
I do believe it is time for our next topic of debate, Sacrificia.
We still have topics worth discussing. Creus Castle Rock's execution is all but set in stone. Debating is frivolous at this point.
I'm not so sure about that. It seems to me most here are as yet unconvinced with the turn of convince.
Convince?
Fuck you.
Hugo says he's right.
Oh, he's right!
Someone as splendid as Sir Creus should not meet his end at the gallows.
I guess I feel right, body perhaps just because he's a knight. If he's not the member, I'll be regretting a decision about my life.
But we're running out of time.
So we are, which is why.
Are you good? Try again.
You heard nothing.
I heard everything.
No.
Yes.
So we are, which is why I'd like to get things moving along. Our member chose a blade for his murder weapon. Why do you think that is?
Inquisitor Lister throws at the Sacrificia the first question he gave me in the greenhouse.
Why, that's not even a question worth asking. No weapon is more suitable for such a purpose than a blade.
And the knights all have a blade on their persons. But there are countless other ways to kill someone. Memra can use magic, so the killer could use any weapon they wanted to. We're probably mistaken to assume that the murderer needed to use a sword to kill Prince Lucian.
What nonsense are you spouting now? I won't let you get away with derailing this trial.
Hugo, can you tell me more about what you noticed about your visit to the greenhouse? Of course. When I went, the body had already been removed, but everything else was as it was during the murder. The reports only mention it in simple terms, but the scene was ghastly. There was blood everywhere with bits of flesh scattered about. That's probably from having his organs removed. That in and of itself may have been the Membrum's goal. The Membrum wasn't after Prince Lucian's life. He was after his organs.
What? Now I see what's going on. Inquisitor Lister is guiding the Vice Commander to the truth of this case using these debate topics. The Vice Commander was shut in a cell until right before the trial. He's at a serious disadvantage due to being unable to investigate on his own. Providing debate topics is all we can do, but Inquisitor Lister is using that single method to save the Vice Commander. He's not doing it because they're friends. Inquisitor Lister wouldn't be moved to actions by such emotions. It's because he knows without a doubt that the Vice Commander is innocent. He believes that if anyone can reveal who the Membrum truly is, it's him.
Basically, the rest of them are all dumbasses.
Exactly. I was overcome with worry when I saw Vice Commander Krios being tortured, but now I know. They're connected by a deep bond of trust, as much as they don't want to fucking admit it.
He wanted his organs? But why? That's the question, ain't it? I have no idea.
Then let's move on to our next topic. The moment Castle Rock falters, you change topics. Suspicious, that.
I didn't falter, so much as think it was better to refrain from stating anything I wasn't sure about.
Answer me, Lister. You aren't trying to manipulate us into sparing Castle Rock, are you? If you're so suspicious, then let's have Linzel here decide our next topic. As his subordinate, she has a vested interest.
Male Diaz.
Urgh.
Let's see here. What should the next topic be?
Culprit's state of mind.
Yes.
The culprit's state of mind? I guess that did come out when we were talking about the scene of the crime. Carnival Monaghan said the killer didn't really hate Prince Lucian after all, but without hate, how could you scoop out someone's innards like that?
You can't make that assumption. Membra have their morals robbed by the witch, remember?
Oh, I'm impressed, Cardinal. You have incredible knowledge of the witch.
Everyone else has simply not put the effort in.
Says the man that prevented the Vice Commander from being able to put the effort in the first place.
Oh, too right you are, Cardinal. Would you deign to enlighten us about the nature of Membra?
Well, I suppose I could do that. Now, keep in mind, what I'm about to say is in the Church's forbidden tomes. Take care not to spread this knowledge heedlessly. I will be discussing the incident 50 years ago. The individual believed to be the first Membrum looked no more, no less than an ordinary human. Yet, they cheated, trapped, and killed humans with no hesitation. Many were lost. This heinous criminal named this Membrum had no sense of good and evil and was fully convinced
They were in the right. They were good, and all else evil. And with this belief so deeply ingrained, the Membrum showed neither mercy nor hesitation.
Was that Membrum eventually executed?
I am forbidden from saying more on the matter.
What? You just can't stop there.
According to the Treatise of Witches, the humans lost 50 years ago. Not even the church knows what happened to the Membrum.
It's enough. It's enough for us to understand the nature of Membra. Let's get back to the subject at hand. The Membrum killed Lucian in a beautiful greenhouse. He also placed flowers around the body. I believe we were also discussing how the Membrum may not have held any hatred for Lucian either. In that case, it can't be me. Huh? I found Lucian more repugnant than I could ever describe. Not once did I consider him my brother.
Did the witch rob us of consistency too?
Thank you, Hugo!
Or saying Hugo instead of Hugo.
I said that wrong in my excitement. The culprit was after Prince Lucian's organs. They also felt something other than hatred for him. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to the truth. Time for the next topic.
Well, since we're focused on like who did it, then it makes more sense to have a relationship. Yay. We certainly need to discuss that. We know that the Membrum harbored complicated feelings for Prince Lucian. We may be able to figure out something if we dig into what their relationship was.
Will we really be able to figure out who the culprit is by just talking it out?
You know, something like that did happen between the culprit and Prince Lucian. They could just lie their way out.
I don't see much point in all this.
There most certainly is a point, Hugo. Cardinal Monaghan led us down this path himself. Right, Cardinal?
Yes?
I'm sorry, Vice Commander, but I'm still not getting it.
That's fine. It'll become clear as we go along. Now, before we move on, any lies you say from here on out may put your lives in danger. Any bluffs could do the same.
Huh?
In other words, liars will fall into the fires of hell, Sammy. You're fine just as you are.
Yeah, I don't lie.
Good boy. Now, let's get back to the debates. We discussed our relationship with Prince Lucian during our introductions, but I'd like to get more details on how we actually felt about those relationships. I'll start. I didn't think it important enough to mention this at the time, but I worked as Prince Lucian's swordplay instructor 4 or 5 years ago. It was only a 2-hour session, so I doubt he remembered it. He was frantic, almost. I remember being reminded of a certain subordinate of mine as I watched him struggle through his own weaknesses.
Thank you, Grius, for that little tidbit of information.
That event led me to harboring quite the favorable impression of him. Not enough to steal his organs, of course. There are talks of him being a Garuda abolitionist, but I've never heard anything of the sort from him. I can't see those rumors having any basis. That's all I have to say.
I've never seen Prince Lucian in person even once. He was entirely out of my reach. Nothing special there, really. Oh, I did hear stories about how strict he was, so I thought that if he were to become our king, our country would be more known for its discipline. That's about it.
I would often greet Prince Lucian when he came to the church. Again and again, he would extol the merits of my sermons. Wait, no, actually, he only ever spoke to me on our first meeting. He never listened to me, only ever gracing me with his cold gaze. The church is not only a place for prayer, but a place for the word of our goddess. Time and time again, I hoped he would finally listen, but...
You're singing a different tune now. What made you finally get honest with us?
Because Castle Rock threatened us. He said himself lying could lead to our deaths or bring us to hell.
Do you have anything to add or change about your previous testimony, Prince Conrad?
I do not.
Oh, then it's Sammy's turn. Prince Lucian came to visit your orphanage, right? What games did you play?
We played pretend, like with Ninja.
Ninja?
He's a
Does he-
hero who helps us out.
Oh wait, did I say ninja?
Yeah, I suppose
Oh,
so, you.
ninja? Okay.
It couldn't be any further from a hero. He's a simple thief who snatches away people's rightfully earned money.
Oh, yeah. You're one of his victims, too. Evan, Ninja is the name of a chivalrous thief. He steals from the rich and distributes his spoils to the poor.
Interesting. That's the first I've heard of him.
He's actually pretty famous. There are actually rumors it could have been Prince Lucian some time back, but I guess that doesn't really matter anymore.
Prince Lucian was really good at copying Ninja. He'd run really fast, like whoosh! And he'd play tag and hide and seek with us too, but he also talked with us a lot. We'd talk about all the stuff we went through and about the orphanage, or about what would happen next. He told us about his life too. Prince Lucian said that when he was a kid, he made a very important promise. He didn't tell us what the promise was, but he did say he was working real hard to keep it. And then he said that I remembered something. I remember my dad telling me to grow up into a good person.
I see. You had a wonderful father. What does a good person mean to you, Sammy?
Prince Lucian. I wanted to be like Prince Lucian.
Thanks for telling us all that, Sammy. Alright, on to our next topic. Next. When did our fine Inquisitors hand over the role of facilitator to a Wings Knight? What's our next topic, Evan? This is save. Alright. And
This one is the one that I overwrite.
okay. And yeah, so the I think pushing for a confession is the bad choice.
Yes.
Do you really think we get a confession after going this far? It's a waste of time. I do think it's a good idea myself.
Is that right, Kazarok? So you're finally ready to admit that you were the Membrum?
No, I'm not saying I personally want to confess.
Unfortunately for all of us, this is a people's court. There's no point in leaping to the truth if the jurors refuse to believe it.
I mean, we continue for the bad, right?
I want the Membrum here to come forward and confess.
A confession would certainly cleanse the culprit of their sin, though he'll still be executed.
What's a Membrum?
Wait, you don't know? So a Membrum is the person who killed Prince Lucian.
Killed?
The person who stabbed Prince Lucian in the stomach and took his organs away. Vice Commander!
Oh, that's me.
What?
Hmm?
Sammy, what did you just say? Chad has probably no idea what he's saying. There's no point in taking him seriously. I'm not so sure about that. From where I'm standing, Sammy is telling us the truth. Then let's ask him again. Sammy Tippett, did you kill Lucian?
No.
See?
No, that's the wrong question. How can you treat such an innocent child as a criminal? You're a pitiful excuse for a knight. Your morality is obviously lacking, Castle Rock. Rich coming from him.
I know, right? The venue hums with a disquieting energy. The steely gazes of all the jurors focus on the vice commander. The images of a poor boy who lost his parents at a tender age, and the immoral knight who attempts to lay the blame on his shoulders remain steadfast.
We will now begin the voting process. May the 300 jurors present choose wisely and justly. Yeah.
Well, we knew it was in one of the endings.
So it's come to this, has it? Yet another person will fall victim to the membrum tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything to prevent that.
Vice Commander Creus.
I tell you not to worry about me, but I know that wouldn't do much. Take care of her for me, will ya, Tyr? Back shot.
Get your fucking...
No, yeah, I did it.
Yep, you did it. You paid for it.
I'm coming, sis.
Nope. Write it down.
I already did.
You did? I didn't see you
Let
add
me-
to it.
I'm that fast. I predicted that it was coming and wrote it down in advance. We're at a whole whopping. It takes so long to load.
Just leave it open while we're...
2.
Yep.
I'm
Okay, now
coming.
you go.
Now I'm allowed to continue?
Yeah.
I'm coming, sis. I've got a lot of stories for you, so I hope you're ready.
Goodbye.
Bye.
One final back shot.
Bye bye. No!
That was the bad end?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what did you think it was gonna be, bro?
Okay. But yeah, it is confirmed that I was right earlier. That Sammy
Yeah.
killed
Alright.
Lucian.
So, you know what the correct
did,
answer
What did
is.
everyone do this
Yeah.
morning? Good choice. There's no point in rushing ourselves into a false conclusion.
Don't we know it?
Yeah.
I'd understand asking about the time of the crime, but what point could asking about our actions this morning prove?
We've come this far on the Inquisitor's topics, so we may as well see this through to the end. Since I had this thing around my neck when I woke up, I turned myself in to the Inquisitorial Order. I went to the wings after that was over and found out the Vice Commander was arrested. I spent the rest of the day investigating to prove his innocence. Innocence.
Yeah.
Is he stupid?
A little bit. Hugo, never change.
Is the Wings just a cover for the Cass fan club?
You know, that's a good question.
I also turned myself in first thing. I then went back to the wings since I had a pretty important meeting scheduled. But then I asked for an extension, given the circumstances. I ended up arrested by the Order not long after, which led to my subsequent imprisonment and torture. I also went to the Inquisitorial Order as soon as I woke up. I had hoped the Inquisitors capable of unlocking this collar, considering their constant dealing with witches, but I see my hope was misplaced.
Your dick was misplaced. It doesn't belong in your body. You don't deserve that.
I didn't know I had to go someplace special. I made breakfast this morning since it was my turn. When the principal woke up and saw me, she got all panicky and took me to see the Inquisitors.
We're waiting here for your explanation, Cardinal.
My morning was similar. As I just be repeating everyone, I'll not say more.
Did you prepare the false witness testimony this morning?
We're done discussing that particular issue.
I suppose so. I'll just have to continue this tomorrow morning. Let's just focus on this trial. We don't have much time left. Miss Red, if there's anyone you want to testify, now is your chance.
Okay. Who do you think it is?
Well, I know it's Sammy, but I don't think we should have Sammy testify.
Yeah.
Based on, because Monaghan was the only one who avoided, I think, yeah.
So you've asked me for help, have you? I see you've finally recognized the Cardinal's true worth. Very well. Allow me to speak on the matter.
Nothing?
Just give me a moment. I'm thinking.
Did you not pick up on something during Sammy's pet testimony?
Well, yes. Though I thought it wasn't anything so important. Lad, you mentioned preparing breakfast due to it being your turn. You cook at the orphanage despite your tender age?
Yeah. My dad was a chef and he taught me a bunch of stuff. So I'm better than everyone else.
I see. I see.
Is something bothering you?
I'm simply worried about such a young child being in the kitchen alone. What with the sharp knives and flames. I'm a father myself, and my child was always supervised in the kitchen.
Oh, you're quite understanding with kids.
Would that be sarcasm, I hear?
Do you want it to be sarcasm?
How do you know Sammy was alone?
He mentioned the principal only woke up after making breakfast, remember?
We've gotten distracted yet again, Inquisitors. Distracted yet again. Inquisitors, don't you think it's more constructive for us to move on to the next topic? Continue.
Yes.
What a waste of time.
Shut up, Conrad.
Good answer.
You're welcome.
Sammy, were you alone in the kitchen like the Cardinal said?
Yeah. Normally you're not supposed to cook without the principal there.
Is that right? Yes, that certainly makes sense.
But my dad told me you should cook meat when it's nice and fresh.
Oh, fuck. He cooked the organs. Okay.
You're lying.
Almost there.
Yeah, okay. So, I see what you're talking about.
I said there was one more twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course I'm not expecting that. Like, how am I supposed to know he's like a cook?
Just continue.
Whatever.
Censoring a kid is going to inspire the jurors' disdain, and I'm sure Cass knows this. We're going to need to help him through this.
Do I have any evidence that could give the Vice Commander the support he needs?
Well, orphanage? Like the stealing the clothes?
Yes.
You sure you don't want to become my subordinate full-time?
I mean...
I'll treat you better than Cass ever could.
Huh?
Let's just get this over with. Sammy, are those clothes you're wearing right now yours?
No, these are John's.
Why are you wearing someone else's clothes?
Well, I only got 2 pairs. One of them was being washed and I dirtied up the other one. I thought the principal would get mad at me if I didn't clean them.
What did you do to get your clothes so dirty, Sammy?
I got a lot of blood on me when I was putting Prince Lucian's meat into the bag.
Prince Lucian was. Surely this is no more than a childish prank. Sammy, what happened with Prince Lucian's meat?
I made it into stew. It's real fancy to have a big hearty stew for breakfast, huh? We ate like nobles.
You ate it?
No. I had to go to the Inquisitorial Order with the principal this morning, so we couldn't eat it. I worked so hard to make it, and they didn't leave any for me.
The other kids ate the stew? We'll need to investigate the orphanage. We needn't do that. It would be a waste of time. You had a lot of meat, didn't you, Sammy? Is there any left?
Oh yeah, it should be in the fridge. It's my turn again tomorrow night, so I can't wait to use it again.
We absolutely must investigate, sir.
Why is Conrad acting so odd?
Is he from the orphanage or something? I don't know. Sammy, why did you want to eat Prince Lucian? You loved him, didn't you?
And fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You eat the horse, you get the horse. You
Yeah.
eat the eyes, you get the eyes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Envine uses meat from a horse's leg. If you eat it, you run as fast as a horse.
You want to be like Prince Lucian, so you ate him. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't believe this. He speaks with such innocence. Could there not be some misunderstanding here?
Have you ever felt guilty for eating beef or pork, Cardinal? For the Membrum, they are the epitome of good. All else is evil. They have no hesitation in their actions because this belief runs deep. Criminals tell lies to escape punishment, but those who believe themselves to be pure good wouldn't know what constitutes evil or what necessitates punishment. Sammy, do you think you've done something worth praising?
Yeah. At first I wanted to ask the witch to make me Prince Lucian. But I'd feel bad for all the other kids in the orphanage if I did that. I thought real hard about it and realized we could fix everything if we all just ate Prince Lucian instead. That way we'd all grow up to be good people. We wouldn't have to become slaves.
Oh.
Good idea, right?
Okay, so it's the slaves that Conrad uses.
Yeah. Or at the orphanage.
You're mad. An abomination that will bring misfortune to us all. We must end this now before another life is taken.
You will begin the voting process. May the 300 jurors present choose wisely and justly.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sammy looks around him with confusion. It's clear he has no idea what's just happened.
Very well, Inquisitor. Take him to the gallows.
Wait! He's only 8 years old. Will the goddess truly forgive us for sending one of her children to the flames at such a young age?
Listen to yourself. He killed the prince and had his fellow children at the orphanage partake of his flesh.
Those under 17 are tried in juvenile court, and none have ever been executed. Not to mention our laws absolve those under 10 of responsibility for their crimes.
Pertinent discussion if we were talking of a human child, but this one here is a membrum. Human laws don't apply to monsters.
But we'd all benefit from being more cautious about this. Hey, what time is it? Time? That doesn't matter.
It's 1:50.
Execute him. You too, Prince Conrad? Hold on. Have you already forgotten? The membrum can use omnipotent powers bequeathed upon them starting from 2 a.m. Now, I'm not sure how omnipotent these powers really are, but for all we know, those powers could lead to the loss of every one of our lives. That would explain the 1 hour time limit.
I'm a monster? Why do you have to be so mean?
Sammy!
Guess that won't work. Adults never listen to us anyway. But Prince Lucian was different. He's the only adult that was ever nice to us. I'm so sad I can't talk to him anymore.
What right have you to say that when you're the one who killed him?
But I'll be fine. Once I eat Prince Lucian, he'll always be with me. This loneliness will all go away. Can I go home yet? I want to become Prince Lucian with everyone else.
There is no home for monsters. You will die here and now.
Huh? Everyone else can become Prince Lucian now, but I can't?
Of course not. You belong in the fires of hell.
Hell, I don't want to go there. Please help me. Please.
Please.
Oh. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm trying to think what Tyrell will do. Like, I mean, on the outside, don't help him, but, like, Tyrell's also kind of nice, so, like, help him a little bit? Oh, fuck.
Just go with...
Yeah, I think help him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like...
Mr. Witch? If I can't become Prince Lucian, then I want to go where my mom and dad are. I don't want to go to hell. You can eat my body in exchange, so please, Mr. Witch.
Yeah, I think, no, like... Oh.
Your wish is granted.
So he gets to eat the kid, and kid's going where his mom is. Sammy! Sammy disappears as if he was never there in the first place. There's no sound, no warning, he's just gone. And only the witch knows where he will end up.
Ah, that was fun.
Oh god, you beat your mic again.
Yep. What? Ooh, who could have imagined the culprit was such a young child? Most mystery novels would never go for something so outrageous.
Same hand method.
Yeah. Gay.
Those carnal desires to kill and to feed are hindered by reason. Oh, but that's where I come in. Oh, even the weakest of children can become berserkers within my touch. Oh, become the ideal version of you. Ah, how I wish to use this power to help others. Should I be a teacher and work to reform my students?
Start a football team and aim to conquer the nation? Or maybe me, Mr. Charisma, and open a lecture series on how to change your life.
I throw a punch at the witch, but my fist does nothing but cut through the air in front of me.
You wanted to punch me bad. So bad you ignored how impossible it was?
Yes.
You're a bore of a woman, you are.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I'll just have to remain a witch after all. How else am I to put that expression on your face?
Pop.
We're back in our world?
Nah,
But
I'm starving, sleepy, and utterly spent. I do not have the energy to get home. I don't want to do anything, so I'm just gonna stay at the office. Well, see ya.
oh, he left. I understand how tired you are, but you should at least eat something. I have some more milk here, so start by drinking that.
Nuh-uh. You stop that right now.
No,
Why are you even still here?
because I can be,
Didn't I tell you to go home?
and I didn't listen to you. I'm tired too. Let me stay here until morning.
No. This is my palace.
I'll be borrowing your couch.
Listen to me. Damn it. I'm not exactly good at this whole consolation thing.
I didn't mean to cry, nor did I ever expect someone in Inquisitor Lister's position to console someone he barely knows. But the moment I feel his arm around me, the stress melts away. The sense of safety brings my tears along with it.
We did our best, but that doesn't mean we can save everything.
His voice is surprisingly gentle for a man who so often communicates with sarcasm and teasing banter. That's not quite right. It's his voice. His voice is so beautiful that anything he says is liable to remain in my heart. You seem like you would be a good singer.
A what?
You have a beautiful voice.
If it's my singing you want, I'll accept no less than the national treasury.
Guess I'll have to give up on that then.
I like how the voice I'm doing. Yeah, I bet the voice I'm doing for him is great at singing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh.
Wait.
What?
You could sing the Bill Cipher song. We'll meet
Wait, okay,
again.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Okay, that's enough.
You're welcome.
It's actually not that bad. It feels wrong to say that.
Okay.
Sammy's despair ran deep. He believed he'd remain in a life of sorrow if he didn't become Prince Lucian. Why was the vision of his future so bereft of any hope? Slaves. The children at that orphanage are forced into slavery. Prince Lucian began to visit recently because he picked up on that fact. Conrad is responsible for this, I'm sure. It would explain why he consistently tried to avoid discussing Sammy and the orphanage at the trial. The pieces line up perfectly, but I'm missing concrete evidence. In all likelihood, Prince Lucian was unable to do anything about the situation for similar reasons. So what do you do then? If I want to do something about the slaves, I'm gonna need to face off with Conrad's hound. I don't even have the luxury of being in the castle like Prince Lucian did. Will I really be able to find anything worthwhile? All I could manage that night was to freeze in fear. Can a weak girl whose only recourse when branded with sin was to plead for help from above really save anyone?
You're thinking about something ridiculous again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just go to sleep. That's an order.
Yes, sir. Though it was only for a day, I'm really blessed to have gotten the chance to work under you.
Is that right? From where I'm standing, you seemed awfully cross for most of today.
And that would be because I was forced to witness Vice Commander Cruz's unjustified torture. But now I understand that I couldn't have changed anything. If you'd made your disdain plain, you would have been removed from the investigation and unable to participate in the trial. You invited me over to put a leash on the Cardinal as the daughter of a noble family. I wasn't able to be as effective as you hoped, but you still made it work. You're incredible. Really. You came out with a crazy, devious, almost insolent plan.
Time for you to leave.
My exhaustion had been compounded by the tears I've shed, leaving me wary. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I realize I'm being rude, but I don't have the mental wherewithal to care. I want to be someone like you. If I can earn the power and influence you have, I can win against him.
Okay, well, I mean, brains firing.
Yeah.
It was mentioned that Tyrrell hates the royal family. Maybe it's because he is from the orphanage that raises slaves, and he escaped.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll find that out later in his route.
Yeah.
Figure out
True.
who Tyrrell is. I feel sleep dragging me further down, and I doubt I'll get another chance to talk so candidly with Inquisitor Lister. Yet I don't have it in me to stay awake. I force my eyes open, and a tiny speck of light enters my vision. What I at first think is a table light actually turns out to be a small flower. My very last thought before sleep finally takes me is the surprise that even he has a soft spot for flowers. Alright. We got one more choice and then the chapter's over.
Okay.
It's morning. Oh, I guess Inquisitor Lister let me stay in his office through the night. Inquisitor Lister? Someone's at the door.
Even one of her emissaries will meet death at my hand for disturbing my sleep.
Oh, well, guess I'll just have to see who it is. Vice Commander.
So you were here. Maya was beside herself with worry when you didn't come home.
Shit. Oh, whoops. I was too tired to make my way home. I was so exhausted, I ended up availing myself of the Inquisitor's office.
I see. Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I managed to explain it away well enough. I don't really blame you for crashing, considering everything that happened yesterday.
No fucking kidding, bro.
You did just rest, yes?
Huh?
Hey, none of that shit. You're a class act for bursting in on a private moment like this, Cass.
Hey, Tyr, thanks for yesterday.
You better thank me with perfect humility for the rest of your life. Remember that I'm the reason you're alive, and carry yourself accordingly.
I've finally been repaid for the hundreds of times I've seen you home pathetically drunk. Now we can go on as truly equal friends. Now, Evan, let's go back to the wings.
No.
Huh?
I'll be enlisting her with the Inquisitorial Order.
You will?
Unfortunately, Evan, Inquisitor Lister here seems to a bit too into his drink. We do well to leave him be for now. Let's go.
Oh, I am the furthest from drunk. In fact, I've only just now opened a bottle. Glug, glug. Ah, the pick-me-up I need.
I'm just making.
She has worked herself to the bone to become a knight, and I won't let your ridiculous whims get in the way of that.
Oh, I just remembered. You're going to be promoted to Grand Commander at the next ceremony, eh? Get us some nice mead. I'll give you the honor of a personal celebration.
Sounds kind of gay, bro. Really? Congratulations, Grand Commander.
Nah. Wait, ignore me for now. The whole witch thing put the acknowledgement ceremony on hold, but you've been officially promoted to knighthood.
Really?
Really, so hurry on back.
I've wanted to attain knighthood for so long now. I finally have something I've earned not from my family name, but from my own merits. My dream is finally within arm's reach, and yet a part of me just can't seem to be happy.
A word of advice, misread? Master Tyrrell's precepts. The third. The secret to making a choice you won't regret is picking out what exactly sustains you.
What sustains me?
I can show you what hell truly is.
His words sit heavy in my chest. Damn, bro. That's kinky. I wonder what the right choice is.
I wonder what the right choice.
I wonder what the right choice
And
is.
Tyrrell's route is, yeah.
Yeah, you know, we totally picked Chris.
What happens if you choose Krios?
I have no idea. I've never picked Chris. I've never picked Chris. I'll work under you, Inquisitor. Will you tell me what your... Oh. If I work under you, Inquisitor, will you tell me what your first and second precepts are?
Sure, if you prove your worth.
I'm sorry, Grand Commander Krios, but I'd like to spend a bit more time learning at Inquisitor Lister's side.
Shock.
Wise choice, misread. I'll make sure you regret every moment.
Kinky! I'm just gonna start saying kinky to everything he says because
Okay.
everything he says is kinda kinky.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll work hard to earn my keep.
Your family's probably worried sick. So head on home. Work starts in 2 days.
Kinky! No, that's not what you meant.
No!
Oh, no.
I meant anything that actually kind of sounds kinky.
Yeah, but you said anything he says.
Not everything he says.
Oh.
Just a lot of things he says.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I misunderstood.
I can tell.
Tyr, what's on your mind?
I'm only ever thinking of myself. That being said, she's an odd one. She makes even someone like me want to help her.
You're my friend, Tyr, and I trust you. but the shadows lurking behind you are more than she can probably handle. All I ask is that you keep her happy.
That depends entirely on her.
I'm home.
Maya is gonna be pissed
My lady!
after being worried.
When I see her smile, I feel all the hard edges melt away. She knows exactly what I want. I've awaited your return, my lady. Your meal and a bath are both waiting for you. Thanks, Maya. I love to eat your cooking first. Of course. Huh? It's only then that I notice a small package of some kind on the table. Looking closer, there's no indication of who sent it. Maya, what is this? It was left in front of your apartment yesterday. I considered disposing of it as the sender is unknown, but I ultimately thought it's best to have you check over it first. This is... What is it, my lady? I breathe deeply to quell the exhilaration building up inside me, but it's not enough. Never could I have expected what I find inside this package. It's from Prince Lucian.
What?
What? But he's passed on. Did he send it to you before he died? And what's inside?
Put out a gag order. Just say it's for the children. They'd be horrified to learn of what they ate. And more than anything, I want to avoid any unnecessary attention on that orphanage. And then there's that woman. She will turn on me, sooner or later. Try as she might to keep her composure, I can see right through her act. She felt naught but utter loathing for me. Plus, I could hear her conversation with the witch from my spot on the sand. And the witch said she has magic within her. If she too is a witch, then I want to make her mine. One can never have too much power. Oh, you needn't worry. I am nothing if not talented at placating those who would otherwise scorn me. You know this better than anyone. Her relationships, her hobbies, her shortcomings. Find out everything you can about her. Lucian is gone. This country is as good as mine. Talking to Inquisitor Lister.
Who knows? Maybe he's talking to the Hound.
Or the Hound. It could be.
Thanks
Inquisitor
to our
Lister.
victory against the witch, Evan has regained the precognition ability.
Precognition. Ooh.
Ooh!
Interesting how
And
the
that
one...
is the end.
Yeah, interesting how
Carnival.
the one with Creus, you can look into the past. Now you look into the future.
Yeah.
I think you skipped like one dialogue.
I think I did too. Thank you. Alright. We're gonna save... here.
Okay.
Alrighty, time for chapter thoughts. How are we feeling after...
Fucking knew it was the kid.
Okay, you knew it was the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do we feel about everything else?
Oh, wait, there was other stuff?
The cannibalism?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Gotta remind me.
God damn it. Okay. What did you think of Carnival? What did you think of getting to work at Tyrell's side? What do you think of the route so far? Just thoughts, bro. Thoughts.
That hoe over there?
Huh?
No, that was a good route. Or like so far.
So far. We're
yeah.
only halfway through.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so productive today.
I know, right?
I think that was a good route. Like so far, I think it was a nice twist on everything.
Okay.
I think, stuff the orphanage, like the secret behind the orphanage. interesting, like where that will lead to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just fun, like working with, like being on the other side.
Yeah, rather than being
Okay.
a sacrificia, you're
Yeah.
the Inquisitor.
Yeah, you know, the Witch of Ruin's right. It's not as fun being in the. I really like the Witch of Ruin. Witch of Ruin's a lot of fun.
I do
It's a
love the
voice.
God, if the Witch of Ruin had been made a fucking, like, hidden route, I would have lost my goddamn fucking mind.
Yeah. He's not.
So much lost potential. No, we don't get a romance the witch.
You think he would have been your favorite route, maybe?
He would have been at least a close second.
Yeah. At least, yeah.
Look, Tyrell had my heart since we first fucking saw him in the game.
Yeah. Anyway.
I just knew I was gonna like his little snarky fucking ass.
I don't know. I do appreciate, like, in this route.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Last time, like, it was a lot of the side characters, right?
Yeah.
It was like a lot of the people in the Wings of Garuda,
Yeah.
which they're fine and all, but the love interests are, I think, more interesting overall.
Mm-hmm.
And so then getting to, because we are focusing on Tyrell,
And we don't have any affiliations within the Inquisitorial Order.
Yeah.
We're really just stuck with his
we're
ass.
Yeah, we're really stuck with Tyrell. We're stuck with, yeah, maybe Creus. I mean, I like the banter between Creus and
Okay,
Tyrell.
that is something I love, is the friendship between the three guys.
Mhm.
It's so much of a joy. They are so snarky. They are such assholes to each other. It's
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like that there's more of that. Because, like, the other, like, main friendship within Creus's route is like, oh, we're all friends. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and one almost kills us.
Yeah, so
And the other commits
I think
heinous war crimes.
I prefer,
You prefer
because-
Tyrell's route so far?
yes, because the characters that are focused
You just
within,
like, okay.
I like more.
I mean, we're mainly focused on the main characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like there's a lot less fluff. I'd say Creus's route has a lot of fluff.
It does.
You know, Mael, there's the whole Witch of the Ruin being Mael for a bit.
As unfortunate as
Like,
it is.
We barely
As unfortunate as it is. Huma was fluff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 10 out of 10 fluff.
You will get to see her again. I'll let you know that.
My-
Just give or take.
My eyes will rejoice once
Just
I get
give or
to
take
see
another route or two.
her glorious plumage once
Oh,
more.
you will. It's such a good scene.
Yeah, anyway. I was not expecting a kiss. I was not expecting a cannibalism. Those are the main things that caught me off
Yeah.
guard. And I think the slaves part with the orphanage.
The kiss.
I said the kiss.
Oh, I didn't hear the kiss part.
Because I'm mumbling. Anyway. That was a good route.
Yeah.
Yep.
So far, we still have 2 more, so it's... Yeah, it's...
Well, 2 more routes and then 2 more...
Well, 2 more chapters, then 2 more
Yeah.
routes.
Well, then there's like the final route, right?
DLC. Or like the finales,
Finale.
basically.
Okay.
So
that's
basically
the
how this game works is it's Creus's route, Tyrell's route, Zen's route, Lucian's route, and then Lucian's route is where everything basically
one comes to a head.
comes to a head, climax, falling action, all of that. And then once you finish that, you unlock all of the epilogue stories for each of the main love interests. Basically, you say once you complete Lucian's timeline,
Like who you want to be with.
yeah, you pick who you want to be with. And then if you play Dawning Connections, which is the fan disc, you can just pick all of them. I think that's what the fellowship is. I think it's like everyone has romantic feelings for you, but you're not committed to one person. So it's kind of like the beginnings,
of a polycule.
yeah, of a polycule, except none of them are attracted to each other and they're all attracted to you.
Okay.
So it's really just
It's a harem.
yeah, it's a reverse harem.
Yeah, reverse
Correction,
harem.
reverse harem.
Yeah.
Harems are one guy, all girls.
Yeah.
First harems are one girl, all guys. And honestly, some of them can be pretty entertaining.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
things to look forward to.
thank you guys for joining.
Yep, thank you.
I apologize for any weird cuts in the VOD.
Yep.
Yep. Nothing happened. What
Yeah,
are you talking about?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, nope. Nope. Alright. Bye!
Bye bye.